Well, we want to remind you that this game on KJFF is brought to you by Dietrich Mother's Head Funeral Home in DeSoto, Lawn Care Equipment in DeSoto, Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto, Dunn Sporting Goods in Peebly, Farm Bureau Agent Joe Reed in Festus, and Texas Taters and more in Hillsboro. Hillsboro set to kick off. You boot the ball away on the opening kickoff. DeSoto back to receive it. Looks like number 20, hard to tell who that is back there to receive the opening kick. It's going to be a short kick from Hillsboro, bounce at the 30-yard line and go out of bounds. So DeSoto will have the choice here to take the ball at the 35-yard line or to ask Hillsboro to re-kick. So we've seen that. I have never seen, I've been doing high school games, every week for a couple years now. I have never seen as many kickoffs out of bounds as I've seen this year.
I know when I was in high school, if our kickers would have kicked it out of bounds, they would be in very good shape for next Friday night's game because they'd be running a ton.
Yeah. So it looks like DeSoto will take the ball at the 35-yard line, and that's where they will start it. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. DeSoto offense will take the field here first. Green jersey pants, white jersey tops, white helmets with a green D on the side. Garrett Keith is the quarterback. He is in the backfield. He's going to drop back to pass, looking to the right, throws it, and it's incomplete. He was looking for number 8, Tyler Latham, the tight end, and it fell incomplete.
He had a little bit of space there. He would have had to put a really good pass in on that one to try to sneak it in. There wasn't a whole lot of room there. It is interesting tonight how many of the kids are wearing the pink socks too and the pink armbands.
Yeah, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and so you see that a lot around the NFL. And both teams have a lot of players with the pink pink socks and the pink armbands. Keith is going to take it himself. He's up the middle with room to run after faking the handoff, and he's going to pick up the first down. A nice run there by Garrett Keith.
Great job on the read option. They had a little bit of a misdirect to start that play. He did a good job of reading the play, took it right back up the middle, just inside the tackle, and picked up 12 on that one. Nice run.
I mean, that's the read option to perfection right there. Absolutely perfect. So that takes them up to the Hillsboro 49-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Keith in the pistol with a man behind him. On a roll to his left and going to throw it. Hits a man wide open in the flat. That's Daniel Haas. He's pushed out of bounds. He's going to be close to the first down marker. We want to thank you for listening to this game on KJFF. You can also view it on KJFF Web TV.
Daniel Haas did a very nice job of getting right in between the linebackers and the secondary coverage on that and found a really good seam there.
We owe you legal identification. We will give that to you after this play here on KJFF. We'll have that in just a moment. 2nd down and 2 yards to go here for DeSoto from the Hillsboro 46-yard line. Snap back. Keith gonna flip it out to the left side. He took it himself, slips it out to Daniel Haas, and I believe they picked up the first down. We'll take a legal ID. You're listening to KJFF and KJF Web TV.
The talk of Jefferson County, Straight Talk, AM 1400 KJFF, Festus, Crystal City, Imperial, DeSoto.
DeSoto picks up the first down, and they are moving into Hillsboro territory at the Hawk 43-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Keith in the backfield, and he's going to hand it off with no room to run. He's going to get pushed backwards, and he's now going to go run to the right side. He's going to be close to the original line of scrimmage. That is Matt Zarillo. Matt Zarillo tried to make something out of nothing, but couldn't do it very well. He'll be back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's 2nd and 10.
That will drive a coach nuts when they run about 40 yards to gain 1 back and forth like that. He started out going backwards on that play.
1st and 10 Dragons, 2nd and 10 Dragons from the Hillsboro 43. Long snap count. Now Keith going to roll to the left, running the option. Now he's going to cut back the other direction. He's at the 50. Now he's still cutting to the right sideline, and goes out of bounds. And now we get a flag thrown from 2 referees. I think we might get a late hit called here on Hillsboro.
He was out of bounds on that. He had already slowed down. That's when they start to slow down like that, that's when they have to protect the players on that play. That was another play. He started out going backwards on that, but this time he managed to turn it into something good.
Yeah, it was an option play to the left, decided not to pitch it and run it all the way back to the right side. Interesting play. I don't know if I've ever seen that on an option play.
Well, it was a double option. One to the left,
it really
one
was.
To the right. He put a great move stepping into the left to fake to the outside and pick up about 5 more on that play, too.
So it's going to be a Personal foul on Hillsboro, late hit, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And that's going to give DeSoto a first down and take the ball up to the Hillsboro 20-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Keith dropping back, looking left, going to throw it, and he hits a man in the flat, and he's upended. Great tackle made there on defense for Hills by number 18, Sam Mock.
That was a great open field tackle. As soon as that player turned around after he caught that ball, he took the legs right out from underneath of him.
That was Jeremy Edwards, I believe, on the reception there for DeSoto.
It's interesting how DeSoto is very methodical with this spread offense. They're known for fast and upbeat, but they're taking their time here.
Long count here to 2nd and 8. Snap back. Keith's going to take it himself. Up the middle, cuts to the right, and he's brought down. No gain on the play. A nice tackle made in the backfield by Drew Carter.
Looks like they gave him a spot of about 2. He was looking for something there. There wasn't a whole lot of gaps in that defensive line that time. Hillsboro just pretty much ran their lanes defensively there.
Gain of 1 on the play, 3rd and 7. DeSoto Dragons from the Hillsboro 18-yard line. Snap back. Keith gonna drop to pass, rolling to his right. And he's going to be brought down and sacked. That's Drew Carter. Was being blocked, shook his blocker, and brought him down for a big loss there for DeSoto.
It almost looked like he knew that was a rollout pass to the left because he beat the quarterback to that spot. Threw the blocker off and had him dead to rights on that one.
Loss of 7 on the play. Backs DeSoto up to the Hillsboro 25-yard line, and it will be 4th down and 15 to go for DeSoto. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They will go for it from the Hillsboro 25. 4th and 15. Keith in the pistol, gonna roll to his left, and he's being chased from behind, and he's gonna be brought down again. Another sack, this time by Chris Walsh, the defensive lineman, and DeSoto's gonna turn it over on downs after back-to-back sacks by the Hillsboro Hawks.
It looks like Hillsboro's adjusted to this game. Instead of playing their traditional 4-3, they've gone to a 4-2, and they've dropped another player into the secondary to try to accommodate this spread offense pass.
You know, that's a drive very similar to what we saw in DeSoto last time against Festus. Really moved the ball pretty well, did get the benefit of a penalty by Hillsboro, but they stalled and lost a couple yardage.
A lot of that is probably that youth that you're talking about, that consistency in the play and not being able to just finish things out and finish those drives.
Hillsboro will get the ball at their own 31-yard line, 1st and 10, handoff up the middle. And now it's Johnson, will take it himself. Jarrett Johnson, the quarterback, faked the handoff, took it himself, and he picked up about 2 yards on the play.
Looks like DeSoto has changed up their defense a little bit too from the last time we saw them. It looks like they're going to try to take that run away up the middle from Hillsboro.
Well, that's what Hillsboro does 98% of the time. Is maybe not run it up the middle every time, but 98% is they run it.
The last time we saw Hillsboro, they did a great job of running that play as their running game to set up the pass.
2nd and 8 here for Hillsboro. Flip it back. This is Jacob Kellum running up the middle. And he's going to cut back to the right side. Nice run there. I believe that was Kellum on the play. And I was wrong. That was Chris Walsh. Chris Walsh, a good 8-yard run there for Hillsboro, and he picks up the first down. Chris Walsh is number 22. Jacob Kellum is number 23. So you could see how I would get them confused, and they're not pretty similar in build.
Another cutback run, and still up the middle. They got DeSoto to over-pursue on that one.
1st and 10, Hawks from their own 43-yard line. 1 receiver to the left, 3 men in the backfield. Same formation, they'll use this all night, will Hillsboro. Johnson dropping back to pass, gonna throw it over the middle, got Kellum wide open down the side seam. He hits it at the 10, the 5, touchdown. Long pass from Jarrett Johnson from his own 43, a 57-yard pass from Johnson to Kellum, wide open down the middle. Touchdown, Dragons.
That is exactly what we talked about. Beautifully job using the run to set up the pass play. Jacobs just snuck around the outside, dropped in right behind the safeties. He hit him. Great pass on that one. Jacob outran the pursuit on that one there.
I said touchdown Dragon. I meant touchdown Hillsboro Hawks. I apologize for that. So Hillsboro gets the first score of the game with 7:29 remaining in the first quarter. On to attempt the extra point for Hillsboro is Clayton Sansucci, and it is missed. So Hillsboro gets a touchdown and misses the field goal. We'll take a minute timeout. You're listening to high school football at KJFF and KJF Web TV.
At Dietrich Mother's Head Funeral Home in DeSoto, the caring staff believes in providing value and trust. Every family deserves a perfect and final tribute, but making decisions during a trying time is not easy. Alleviate the burden from your family with a pre-arranged funeral plan. The compassionate staff will sit down with you, discuss your needs, and will listen to your concerns. Dietrich Mother's Head Funeral Home, located 220 North Main in DeSoto, there for you in your time of need.
The Courthouse Grill in Hillsboro. Simply good food, good prices, and a friendly atmosphere. Choose from delicious seafood, juicy steaks, cooked to order, appetizers, soup, and fresh salads. Sandwiches like the 1/3 pound Angus Courthouse Burger or the Judge with thinly sliced filet mignon, ham, bacon, and provolone on an onion Kaiser bun. Delicious chicken and pasta dishes available too, along with a full bar downstairs. Open 11 to 1:30 a.m. and midnight on Sundays. That's the Courthouse Grill directly behind the Bank of Hillsboro. You be the judge.
Kickoff is a low liner for Hillsboro, and it is fielded at the 15-yard line. A good return here by DeSoto running to the left side. And a good return there for DeSoto by Daniel Haas. And DeSoto will start with decent field position. Nice return there for the Dragons.
That was a very good return. It's one of the better returns we've seen all season. He picked up a good 20 on that one, bringing it back.
With the exception of maybe the touchdown by Travis Sproul and the defensive lineman last week.
I wasn't counting Travis Sproul. That was just outrageous what he did when we saw him.
That's not really compared.
I wasn't there at the Festus game.
That's right, you weren't. So that's the best one you've seen.
Well, yeah, exactly.
3 receivers to the right, 1 left here for DeSoto, starting the drive at their own 32-yard line. Keith is going to take it himself, running left side, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds. I believe that was Sam Mock there. They kind of got the last hand on him. So not much on the play for DeSoto.
Give credit to Coach Robbins on that opening drive. When you have a team that's struggling a little bit, if you want to calm them down and take some of the wind out of their sails, a 3-play drive and punch it in, that's exactly what you want to do.
No gain. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 DeSoto from their own 32. Snap back, throw to the left side, and he hits a man. That's Jeremy Edwards near the sideline, just stepped out of bounds. But a good 8-yard pickup there for Edwards, up to the 40-yard line.
Nice turn on that catch, too. He dropped that, ran the safety off, and then stepped right back for that pass. Garrett fired it in there.
Gain of 8 brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2 here for DeSoto from their own 40-yard line. Same formation here, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Edwards is the lone man to the left side. Keith takes the snap, going to take it himself, and he flips it out. The option play, ball's on the ground. It's picked up by DeSoto. That was Nick Moore he was trying to flip it to.
The ball is fumbled on the play, but recovered.
That was an interesting play. He was trying to read the defensive end of the cornerback on that play, and then the linebacker started stepping in on him on the option, and he just flipped it right in between the 2 defenders.
1st and 10.
So a lucky break for DeSoto, and they get a 1st down, taking it up to their own 41-yard line. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Keith in the backfield, going to take it himself, rolling to the left, looking to throw, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. I think he was looking for Jeremy Edwards, but Edwards, I don't believe, was running the route that Keith was expecting.
That one looked like a bit of a broken play. Even the blocking scheme on that one seemed to break down a little bit from the very beginning.
That'll bring up 2nd down for DeSoto from their own 46-yard line. DeSoto using a no-huddle offense here. Just gets the call from the sideline, and then they go out. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Keith in the shotgun. 1 man to his left in the backfield. He's going to take it himself, running up, cuts back to the middle, and he's going to be pile drive backwards by Hillsboro.
Hillsboro has made some adjustments to play against this true option when they run it. They have a cornerback or an outside linebacker that they've pulled out of the normal set. He's just going straight into the backfield to try to disrupt any kind of pitch or flow, or not giving any kind of a read to Garrett Keith on this.
3rd down and 7.
3rd down and 7 for DeSoto. 3 men to the right, kind of stacked in a little triangle. Now the DeSoto defense will look to the left. It's interesting. We saw this against Festus. They'll come down and they'll get set, and then they'll look towards the play. They don't do it on every play, but every once in a while they do, just kind of mixing it up. Keith rolls his right, all time to throw. There's a man wide open in the flat, but it's incomplete. I believe he was looking for Tyler Latham, and he was wide open. He just bobbled it and dropped it.
That must have been his outlet, man, because realistically, he had just made it about a yard past the line of scrimmage on a third down play. It wasn't deep enough to even be close on the first down.
So 3rd down and 7 for DeSoto from the 50-yard line. And it will be 4th and 6 to go. And it looks like Keith will step back and boot it away. Jacob Kellum will field it. Now he drops it. Ball's on the ground. Now he picks it up. And a nice solo tackle made downfield by DeSoto, number
28.
28. I thought it was number 20. Number 28, Justin Gibbons.
Bobbled that ball, and that had danger written all over it. He did a good job to pick that up and not give that up because he was bearing down. I mean, very close on that play.
And that'll bring up a Hillsboro.
So Hillsboro will start it 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. And that is where they will start this next drive. Interesting to see. You know, the Hillsboro, they threw the touchdown pass there on just their 3rd play of the drive, and the couple times we've seen them, rarely have they gone to the pass that quick. Kind of a different play call there for Hillsboro.
Yeah, it was.
So Hillsboro will start it here 1st and 10 from their own 10. Kellum goes in motion. Johnson hands it off to Walsh, running right side. He'll pick up a couple. Bouncing off a couple tacklers.
He is tough going up the middle. There must have been 3 or 4 guys trying to hit him, and he still picked up about 4 or 5.
Number 21, Trey Adams.
I believe I was incorrect on the call. That was Trey Terry on the carry for Hillsboro. Trey Terry. Picks up 5 yards on the play, and it's 2nd and 5. Hillsboro from their own 15-yard line. One receiver to the right. Now they send a man in motion. That's Kellum running right side. He's grabbed from behind, still kept moving. And another good run there by Jacob Kellum.
He comes across in motion, and you never quite know where they're going to hand him the ball on his running plays. They could just toss it to him, let him go outside, through a seam, right back up the middle.
4-yard pickup, and it's 3rd and 1 from the 19-yard line for Hillsboro.
Devin Rotter.
This is the Hillsboro offense, very slow moving. Not a lot of big plays, but we did see one in the first drive. They lead it 6-0 to the Hillsboro Hawks after a touchdown and a missed extra point earlier in this quarter. 4:33 left to go here in the first quarter. They hand it off around on the end around. This is Chris Walsh with plenty of room to run. Cuts back towards the middle to the 50. He's got one man to beat, stiff arm, and he breaks the tackle there. 10-5 touchdown. Chris Walsh from the 19-yard line. A huge run by Chris Walsh. Shook a couple tacklers, stiff arm at the end, and a big play there by Hillsboro.
That was an incredible run. When he got to the outside, he put a move on the safety coming across that literally spun him in a complete circle, and he just dropped down. Then he comes down. The pursuit is coming back. He puts a stiff arm out at about the 20-yard line, drops him, and then just trots in on the last untouched 20 yards.
An 80-yard run there by Chris Walsh. That makes it 13-0 the lead, excuse me, 12-0 the lead for Hillsboro. And after missing the extra point on their first touchdown, they will go for 2 here. Same style of formation. Johnson under center. Kellum goes in motion. They hand the ball to him. Tries to cut back to the inside. He's going to be dropped short, and we get a flag on the play. So the 2-point conversion is no good. It's going to be a holding on Hillsboro. We'll take a minute timeout. 12-0 is the lead for Hillsboro. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
The doctor is in. Board certified in internal medicine and endocrinology, Dr. Norris Maxida is now part of Mercy Clinic. As part of the Mercy Clinic, Dr. Maxida belongs to a healthcare team that is thousands strong, linking you to experts everywhere you find Mercy. It is coordinated, responsive care that is all about you. For more information or to schedule an appointment with Dr. Maxida, call 636-933-2900. That number again is 636-933-2900.
Hi, I'm John Poppel with Twin City Toyota. In August, Toyota had its biggest month in 5 years and is the top retail brand for the 6th straight month. Leading the pack is the #1 selling car made in America, the Toyota Camry. Great new styling inside and out on the new 2014 Corolla and compact SUV RAV4 blow away the competition. Come in today to see why these new models are flying off dealer lots. That's Twin City Toyota in Herculaneum or twincitytoyota.com.
12-0 is the lead for Hillsboro here with 4:16 left in the first quarter. I'm Tommy Self alongside Eric Oberly. You're listening to high school football on KJFF. The kickoff upcoming, and it is a little short, but end over end, and it's fielded at the 20 by DeSoto, and he is hit immediately at a 5-yard pickup. That is 82 Daniel Haas on the return, just a 5-yard return, and a nice stop there by the Hawks.
Seth Castleman got down there, did a great job of taking those legs away after a 5 or a 6-yard return.
12-0 is the lead for Hillsboro. They have scored on a 57-yard pass and an 81-yard run. And they lead at 12-0 with 4:11 left in the first quarter.
I have them down for 6 plays and over 150 yards of total offense already.
That's efficient. First and 10 DeSoto from their own 15-yard line. Snap back, handed off up the middle. That's Haas, I believe, up the middle.
Next throw.
And so a short pickup there by DeSoto. Actually, that was number 15, Matt Zerillo. Matt Zerillo on the carry for DeSoto.
He picked up about 5. Took a nice hard hit, too, from a linebacker.
Gain of 5 for DeSoto. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Keith in the pistol with a man behind him. They're going to fake the handoff, rolling to his left. Keith trying to get to the sideline. He gets around the edge. He's going to be tripped up just shy of the first down. Nice solo tackle made there on the far side by Hillsboro.
I think it was Chris Walsh, possibly.
I believe it was, yeah.
Or Jacob Kellum out there. Got him by the ankle just enough before he could turn that corner, because they did have that block set downfield. He could have picked up some yardage on that.
Yeah, I believe that was Kellum. Hillsboro a little late getting their substitutions off the field. Now DeSoto will go under center here. 2 tight ends, 3rd and 1. They're just going to run the sneak, and I believe Keith is going to get it. Good spot there by the referees. And so now we get a late flag coming out after the play is over. A late flag coming out by the far line judge.
There is a flag on the field.
That's normally some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct. Something was going on after the play that late.
If that is, that would be the second unsportsmanlike conduct. I have never seen that signal before, referee signal. Have you ever seen that before?
I think he was just putting his hat back on.
He's putting his fist up to his temple. I have never seen that before.
Blow to the head?
I guess that's what it was, a blow to the head. 15-yard penalty, whatever it is. And so that will put DeSoto into Hillsboro. So another bad 15-yard penalty by Hillsboro gives DeSoto extra yardage. 1st and 10 here, Dragons, from the Hillsboro 49. Snap back to Keith. Going to keep it himself, running the option. Going to take it himself with plenty of room to run to the 40. Got a first down out of bounds. Good run there by Garrett Keith as he picks up the first down.
That was a very odd option play. It almost looked like some sort of delayed option. He faked the handoff on the dive play, held for a couple of seconds, and then started his way out, and then just saw all kinds of green and picked up 14.
1st and 10 here, DeSoto, as Keith runs for the first down. Takes it up to the Hillsboro 36-yard line. 2:49 remaining in the first quarter with Hillsboro leading 12-0. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Keith in the pistol with Zerillo standing right behind him. Barks out the signals, takes the snap, hands it off up the middle is Zerillo. He hits the pile. He's going to get pushed back, but they will give him forward progress. Gain of about 4, maybe 3 on the play. I'd call it a gain of 3.
Hillsboro's really changed their offense. That play there, they were expecting a pass play. They only had 3 down linemen. They had 8 back in coverage on that play.
2nd down and 7 for DeSoto. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Keith got to throw in the flat to the right. That's Edwards. And he's going to be brought down by 3 Hawks. Going to be just shy of the first down, though, I believe. There were 3 Hawks there to bring him down. And now he did pick up the first down. Generous spot by the referee, and so DeSoto picks up the first down.
He turned. He must have fought harder than we thought. We kind of lost sight of him here on this sideline, but he was a couple of yards short when he caught that ball. So good job of pounding out 2 extra yards by Edwards.
1st and 10 DeSoto from their Hillsboro 25. Send a man in motion, and Keith going to take it himself after faking the handoff. Huge room to run, and he picks up a first down and a little bit more. Tell you what, Garrett Keith is playing his mind out right now, really playing well.
He is reading this Hillsboro defense. It doesn't matter what they change up or what they do. He's reading their defense very well and playing phenomenal right now.
Inside the 10-yard line, 1st and goal. Now Keith's going to go under center, flip it out to Zerillo in the backfield. He's going to cut back to the left side. Plenty of room to run. Hawks got to get there, and he's going to get hit. Now he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, what a run by Matt Zerillo. Went from sideline to sideline. Looked like the play was dead, but he kept it alive. Went to the left side and scored into the end zone. Touchdown. What a run by Garrett Keith. Or excuse me, not Garrett Keith.
Matt Zerillo has run probably about 80 yards tonight, but officially he's carried the ball 4 times for 18 yards forward and a score. He has been all over the field, back and forth.
So long run by Zerillo. The extra point is up, and it is good. DeSoto gets on the board. 12-7 is the lead for Hillsboro here with 1:42 remaining in the first quarter. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
Pizza Junction in Hillsboro, because all roads lead to good pizza and more. This is Steve. My sister-in-law and I had a dream of opening a pizza place that not only serves some of the best slices of pizza around, but also offers a lunch buffet and sports specials during any local pro sports games. We also believe in giving back to the community. One Monday every month, we sponsor a charity or organization by giving 10% of our sales to them. Are you hungry? Stop by Pizza Junction on the corner of Old Highway 21 and Highway B in Hillsboro.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Festus knows how important the right pharmacy can be. From a friendly, helpful staff, knowledgeable pharmacists, to free delivery to a drive-through for your convenience. It's time to look at your choices. Choose the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Festus, located across from the post office on 116 Walnut in Festus. They always treat you right, and they know what you need.
DeSoto set to kick it off after getting on the board. They still trail, though, 12-7, 1:42 remaining in the first quarter. The kickoff by DeSoto is going to go out of bounds on the fly. And we will see what DeSoto decides to do with that play, if they will take it at the 35. It looks like they're just going to spot it out at the 35, so that is where Hillsboro will start this drive. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line.
DeSoto responded very well after giving up 2 big, quick scores by putting together a nice sustained drive. They were helped by another, we're assuming some sort of unsportsmanlike conduct penalty or a blow to the head or hands to the head or something like that. But they put together a really good drive and put 7 on the board themselves. Shows that they're here to play. They're not just going to roll over and play dead on senior night for the Hawks.
So 1st and 10, Hillsboro here from their own 35-yard line with 1:42 remaining in this first quarter. Up 12-7 is Hillsboro. Under center is Jarrett Johnson. 1 man to the left side, 3 men in the backfield. Now they send Walsh in motion. They're going to hand it off. Going to be a good run here, maybe 3 yards on the play. I believe that's Trey Terry. We'll see who comes out of the pile here last.
I'm not sure who was on the run on that one.
I missed it as well.
Well, we're going to give Trey Terry credit for that one for a 4-yard run. There's a distinct possibility it was him. DeSoto's changing up their defense almost on every drive, too. Now they're only showing 3 down linemen, where before they were showing 5.
Gain of 4 brings up 2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6 here for Hillsboro from the 39-yard line, their own 39. Same formation here again. They flip it to Walsh, cuts to the left side, up the middle, now back to the middle of the field, breaks 3 tackles, and he's off to the races. Only 1 man can beat him. Johnson out there blocking, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown. Another long run by Chris Walsh, this time from their own 39.
Chris Walsh is just lighting it up. He had 3 ankle tackles there. He broke through all 3 of them. The last one slowed him down just a little bit. It looked like the pursuit was going to be able to catch him, and Chris Walsh just picked him up and laid him down and took off.
A 60.
We had an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, I believe, on DeSoto on the play, too, which has been declined.
A 61-yard run for Chris Walsh. Another unsportsmanlike penalty, as you said, and that could be a case of this rivalry game, maybe some of the chippiness. We'll talk about that here in a second as Hillsboro comes on to attempt the 2-point conversion, leading 18-7. This is their 3rd touchdown. Both times they missed the extra point, kicked the first time, went for 2 the second time. and did not get it. They will send 2 wide receivers out, 3 men in the backfield. Johnson under center, going to send a man in motion, and the whole offensive line moves, and before the snap. So an illegal procedure penalty on 9 of the 11 Hawks on the field. Everybody but the center and the quarterback moved on that play.
That's when you go back into the huddle and the center just looks up and goes, "You said on 2."
Basically what
Chris Walsh, 3 rushes, 155 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I think he's off to a pretty good night.
Good way to start it for Chris Walsh. He is just a junior, by the way, so he is not celebrating his senior night. Jacob Kellum is. Kellum is on the field. Same formation here. Different personnel. A little bit longer. Now Johnson dropping back the pass, going to throw it over the middle, and it is blocked. It's blocked at the line of scrimmage, caught by DeSoto. They just throw it on the ground, so 2-point conversion, no good. 18-7 the lead for Hillsboro. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
Putting your family first.
Hi, this is Calvin Dantley at the Jefferson County Family YMCA. We're looking for teens ages 12 to 17 to be a part of our Teen Leaders Club. They'll have the opportunity to interact with each other and have fun while discussing topics like goal setting, financial management, community service, and even dating and relationships, just to name a few. Contact me, Calvin Dantley, and find out more about the Teen Leaders Club at your local Jefferson County Family YMCA, 931-9622, or online at www.ymcastlouis.org.
Forget everything you thought you knew about buying tires and hurry in and see the gang at Plaza Tire in Festus. Why? Because Plaza Tire customers enjoy Plaza Tire's lowest price pledge. Plaza Tire service will match or beat any competitor's total tire purchase on any comparable tire. Plus tires anytime with hundreds of tires in stock. No appointment necessary on tire installations. That's Plaza Tire, the quick change artist located at 301 Festus Center Drive in Festus.
Hillsboro will take the unsportsmanlike penalty on the kickoff, so they are going to place the ball at the DeSoto 45, and I'll tell you what, this is when you think about an onside kick.
It would be worth a try here. You're up 21-7, or 18-7. It would be worth a shot here when you're already on the other team's 45.
And they're just going to boot it deep, and it will be fielded at the 3-yard line by DeSoto, running up the middle with plenty of room to run. Now he gets hit and dropped back. I believe that is Justin Gibbons on the return for DeSoto.
Hillsboro, number 12, David Carter, stepped in there and just stood him up, and then 2 other Hillsboro Hawks came in and finished off that tackle. That's exactly the way you want to do it.
Well, Eric, we've seen 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties of the type. Is that a case of the rivalry game here?
It could very well be. You know, you're going down the field, it's a big rivalry, you're all fired up, and you see a guy that you get a chance to put a hit on it. Sometimes they just get a little overzealous and do something they shouldn't do, maybe from a little too much from behind, or try to blindside a guy, and it just works out. You give up 15 yards, which you don't need to do.
Garrett Keith rolling to his right, going to throw it and throw it deep. He's looking for a man, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Moore down the sideline. Let's give you a couple score updates here. Poplar Bluff leads Farmington 7-0. Crystal City leads Herculaneum 7-0. St. Genevieve on top of Fredericktown 14-0. Central leads Perryville 13-0. Windsor and North County are tied at 7 apiece. Valley Catholic up on top of New Madrid County Central 14-0. Festus leads Pacific 14-0. Jefferson R7 on top of Grandview 22-0. Get a flag down on the play.
Holding again on the offensive line, I believe.
That is going to be a hold on DeSoto. That is a spot foul. Back them up 10 yards from that spot. Looks like it took place right about the line of scrimmage. So it will be 1st down and 20 for DeSoto from their own 10-yard line. 37.3 seconds left here in this first quarter. Hillsboro up 18-7 on a beautiful, just an absolute perfect night for football. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Keith in the shotgun, gonna hand it off up the middle, hits the pile, and he's stopped. Is the DeSoto ball carrier. Clock continues to roll here with 26 seconds and counting here in this first quarter. That was Zarillo on the carry for DeSoto. Picked up about 5 on the play, and it will be 2nd and 15 Dragons. Taking plenty of time. This will probably be the last play of this first quarter with 12 seconds and counting. DeSoto already lined up, 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Keith in the gun, dropping Bass, looking left, now looks right, looking for Edwards down the sideline, and it was incomplete, overthrew him by 10 yards. with 1.1 second left.
Clearly has a good arm, but that downfield pass, he seems to be having a little trouble putting it on the receiver's hands. He's overthrown that play twice now in this series by at least 10 yards.
1.1 second remaining here in this first quarter. Hillsboro up 18-7. Stop clock with the incomplete pass. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. DeSoto at their own 16-yard line. Need to get to the 20. They're going to hand it off, and he is met immediately, and that is going to do it for this first quarter. We go to the second quarter. Hillsboro up 18-7. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
Everyone's talking about Junk in the Trunk Flea Market on Highway 67 south of Festus. The Pumpkin Patch and the Shriners Train with Frowny the Clown now open every weekend in October. Plus, stop by and see the Drunk in the Trunk mobile too and get your picture taken. The kids will love it. Vendor spaces just $15. Call Junk in the Trunk Flea Market at 636-209-3811. That's 209-3811 for Junk in the Trunk Flea Market, Highway 67 south of Festus.
Hi, this is Mike Lowry with the Lowry Law Firm. If you're facing criminal charges or suffering from devastating injuries, call our law offices in Hillsboro or Festus. Since 1997, we have offered professional, service-oriented representation in Jefferson and surrounding counties. Our goal at the Lowry Law Firm is to put your mind at ease and, most importantly, to achieve solid results. We are the Lowry Law Firm in Festus and Hillsboro. Look us up on the web at thelowrylawfirm.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Start of the second quarter here at Hillsboro High School. I'm Tommy Snuff alongside Eric Oberly. We want to 18-7 is the lead for Hillsboro as we start this second quarter. I want to thank our sponsors as we always do. Raintree Market and Grill in Hillsboro, Wegman Law Firm in Hillsboro, Pizza Junction in Hillsboro, the Courthouse Grill in Hillsboro. I always want to thank them for making this game possible. Also, as we do every game, Mercy Hospital Jefferson in Festus, Twin City Toyota in Herculaneum, and McFarland Travel in Festus. 4th down and 16 to go for DeSoto, and they will punt it away the first play of this second quarter, and it is going to go out of bounds. And so Hillsboro will have to see where they mark this. Still going. He's going to stop at the DeSoto 44-yard line. So that is where Hillsboro will start their first drive of this second quarter, 1st and 10.
DeSoto came out after the second Hillsboro touchdown and did a nice job of staying composed, staying focused, and put a nice drive together that finished in a touchdown. Got to give credit to Hillsboro. They came out, just ran 2 plays, gave the ball to Chris Walsh, and let him blast it up for another 61-yard touchdown run.
Make sure you stop by Courthouse Grill for their great steak sandwich, one of our proud sponsors here on KJFF. 1st and 10 Hillsboro from the DeSoto 44-yard line. 1st and 10, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. A little more of a spread look here for Hillsboro. And Johnson's going to hand it off up the middle. That's Trey Terry. Bursts through the line with plenty of room to run. Cuts to the right side to the 20, to the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. First play of the drive for Trey Terry. He takes it in from 44 yards out. Woo!
He went right up the middle of the field. It looked like it was just power football. Next thing you know, he bounces it out to the right side, fakes back to the inside to put a move on somebody, and beats everybody to the corner. Hillsboro's only run like 10 plays, and they've got 4 touchdowns already. Their stats are going to be outrageous for this game.
They lead it 24-7 with the extra point upcoming for the Hawks. Johnson, the holder. Kick is up, and I believe it is wide left. It is wide left, the second missed extra point of the night for Hillsboro. 24-7 is the lead for the Hawks. We'll take a minute timeout. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
Deer season is just around the corner, and Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto is your source for the biggest selection and lowest prices on hunting gear. And with brands like Remington, Mossy Oak, Winchester, Realtree, Nikon, Bushmaster, and Simmons, you'll find everything you need to bag that trophy buck in just one stop. Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto, where the always low prices are now guaranteed by Ad Match. Simply bring in the printed ad of any local competitor, and they'll match it. It's just another way Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto is helping you save money and live better. The Courthouse Grill in Hillsboro. Simply good food, good prices, and a friendly atmosphere. Choose from delicious seafood, juicy steaks, cooked to order, appetizers, soup, and fresh salads. Sandwiches like the 1/3 pound Angus Courthouse Burger or the Judge with thinly sliced filet mignon, ham, bacon, and provolone on an onion Kaiser bun. Delicious chicken and pasta dishes available too, along with a full bar downstairs. Open 11 to 1:30 a.m. and midnight on Sundays. That's the Courthouse Grill directly behind the Bank of Hillsboro. You be the judge.
11:42 remaining here in the second quarter. Hillsboro scores on their first play of the drive, and they are set to kick it away, leading it 24-7. It's going to bounce, and it's going to roll out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Another kickoff out of bounds. Another one for Hillsboro.
We have seen probably more illegal procedure penalties this season than we actually have kickoff or returns.
You know, you may be right on that. Well, Hillsboro, they've scored 24 points, and they've scored quickly and a very efficient offense. Haven't had to run very many plays. 9
plays, 267 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
That's pretty efficient.
Yes, it is.
That is all here. 11:42 remaining here in the second quarter. The first half, DeSoto with the ball at their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10. Keith dropping back to pass, rolling to his right, going to throw it, and it's incomplete, almost intercepted by Hillsboro. He was looking for Nick Moore.
He had Nick. He threw that a little bit behind. That ball got popped up in the air. There was a potential there for a big interception. That's not what DeSoto needs at this point. That would have given Hillsboro the ball back on the 40-yard line. That's the last thing they need.
Potosi leads Maplewood 7-6. Sykeston up on top of Cape Central 14-0. Other scores from around the area. 2nd and 10 DeSoto from the 35-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Handoff up the middle is to Zarillo with a huge hole. He'll pick up 10 yards. A nice run there by Matt Zarillo. Great job by the offensive line. He'll open up a huge hole.
Yes, he did. And he did a really nice job of trying to pick his spots so nobody could get a good, clean shot on him. The linebackers finally got to him from the sides to bring him down after that first down pickup.
10-yard carry for Zarillo. Moves the chains up to the 45-yard line where DeSoto will have it 1st and 10 again. 1 receiver to the left, trips to the right. Keith in the pistol with Zarillo standing right behind him. Keith standing at his own 40. Takes the snap, and he's going to run the option, going to take it himself, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Another sack, this time for Jacob Kellum of DeSoto. Excuse me, of Hillsboro, I apologize.
That is exactly how you defend the option. You come from his blind side. They had 2 people across the line of scrimmage. There's no read and no place for him to go.
2nd and 15, DeSoto from their own 40. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Similar formation here. Keith in the pistol with Zarillo behind him. 2nd and 15, need to get to the Hillsboro 45 from their own 40. Keith going to take it himself. Plenty of room to run to the right side. Great fake to the sideline. Cuts back inside. And he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Took it into Hillsboro territory. We'll have to see where they spot it, but a nice run there by Garrett Keith.
Very nice run. He shook off an ankle tackle right over on the sideline, cut back to the inside, picked up about 4 more before he was met by 3 Hillsboro defenders.
3rd down and 2 coming up here for DeSoto on a nice run by Garrett Keith. 3rd and 2. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Keith in the pistol again, Zarillo behind him. From the Hillsboro 47, Keith going to take it himself, and he is hit immediately, and he's going to lose a yard.
It's interesting what Hillsboro is doing. They're actually showing a defense, and then after the play is called in, they're changing it up.
Drew Carter on the sack there for Hillsboro. That'll bring up 4th down and 3 to go from the 48. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. A tight end on the right side as well. Now DeSoto down in formation. Keith looking to the sideline for the play, gets it. Now he's going to back up. Looks like they're going to punt. Did they draw him off sides? I believe they did. Excellent job by Garrett Keith with a good hard snap count. And they might have gotten Hillsboro to jump off sides. And they did. So they're going to get Hillsboro on the penalty, and that's going to give them a 1st down. Bad mistake there by Hillsboro.
Yes, it was. 2 of them actually jumped offside. Those young men are doing the right thing. Just get back in the huddle. Don't look at the sideline because you know the coaches are talking to you.
Moves the chains there for DeSoto up to the Hillsboro 43, 1st and 10. Trips to the left, one to the right. Keith in the shotgun, Zerillo to his left. Takes his snap, hands it off to Zerillo, up the middle with room to run. Nice tackle made there in the secondary by Zach Hart, the middle linebacker.
He had a little bit more room there. If he doesn't make that tackle there, that could go for quite a ways.
Gain of 5 for DeSoto. Zerillo up the middle, and it's 2nd and 5. Hillsboro making some substitutions. 2nd down at the Hillsboro 39. Keith going to throw to the left, and it's completed. That is to Daniel Moss. We get a whistle.
He dropped his knee to the ground when he made that reception.
That'll bring up a
Short gain on the play for DeSoto. That'll be 3rd and 4 from the 37. 8:25 remaining and counting in the first half. 24-7 is the lead for Hillsboro as the Hillsboro marching band makes their way down to the field for the second half performance. Excuse me, halftime performance. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Keith looking left, going to throw it. That's Edwards, and it's incomplete. Throw is at his feet.
This is exactly what DeSoto needs to do. Their offense absolutely has to stay on the field to protect the defense because Hillsboro's offense is just explosive tonight.
That'll bring up a 4th down and 4.
4th and 4 here for DeSoto. They will go for it. 8:09 remaining in the first half. 24-7 the lead for Hillsboro. Same formation here by the Dragons, and we're going to get a timeout called by DeSoto. DeSoto calls a timeout. We will take it as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to High School Football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
Hi, this is David McFarland. At McFarland Travel, we are a full-service travel agency specializing in one-on-one service. We discuss your needs and desires, do our research, then provide you with options, all within parameters that you have set. When you book online, you do all the work and then give your hard-earned money to someone you will never meet and without fully knowing what your options are. Shop locally and book safely with McFarland Travel at 206 Main Street in Festus, or call us at 937-5679 or toll free 888-440-5679.
8:08 remaining here in the first half. I'm Tommy Self alongside Eric Oberly. 24-7 is the lead for Hillsboro. DeSoto calls the timeout on 4th down. Looking at a 4th and 4 situation in Hillsboro territory. I think this is a play you have to go for, Eric, isn't it?
They almost have to with the score being the way it is and the way the offense is. This offense for DeSoto has to stay on the field. That's the only way they can protect this defense tonight.
Yeah, I think their best defense tonight is going to be good offense and just keeping the ball out of Hillsboro's hands because they've scored very quickly.
Hillsboro's going to make that real difference. Coach Robin is doing a good job of playing the cat and mouse game, showing them one defense, changing to another. He's really mixing the defenses up, which is going to make Garrett's life a little difficult tonight trying to read that.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Keith in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Going to throw it to the right side. That's Edwards. He has it completed, and he's going to pick up the first down. Pushed out of bounds. A good play there and play call by DeSoto, giving him lots of room to work there over there for Jeremy Edwards, and he picked up the first down.
He ran that pattern perfectly. He got just 1 yard past the first down marker, 3 yards past, and then came back to make that reception. Just enough to push that defender off him. After he caught the ball, he did a good job of picking up another 3 or 4 yards on the run.
1st and 10 DeSoto from the Hillsboro 27, 8 minutes remaining. Gonna take it himself as Keith cuts back to the inside, and he's gonna be brought down. Nice run there by Garrett Keith. Another good run.
Garrett Keith is reading this defense. It doesn't seem to matter. Garrett Keith is reading this defense that Coach Robin is throwing at him very well tonight.
Travis Cole on the tackle for Hillsboro. 1 receiver split out to the left, trips to the right. Pistol formation for DeSoto. Keith standing at the 25, and now we get 2 flags on the play. A dead ball foul, illegal procedure against DeSoto. So that's going to back them up 5 yards and make it 2nd and 7.
This is what they can't do to themselves. This is what we saw the last time we broadcast them. They start putting together a good drive, and then they make some mental mistakes that kills the drive.
That will back them up to their 25-yard line of Hillsboro. 2nd and 7 to go. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Keith in the gun with Zerillo to his right. Standing at his own 30, hands it, takes the snap, and we get another flag. And it's an illegal procedure penalty on DeSoto again. And I wonder, is that on Gary Keith? Is he moving towards the line as the snap is made? It kind of looks like that. I couldn't tell. I missed who completed it.
The last thing, the running back was the one who jumped on that one. But the last thing you want to do is try to look at the quarterback when you're in the defense or the running back, because they get a little leeway with movement before the ball is snapped.
2nd and 12 here for DeSoto after 10 yards of penalty in a row. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Keith takes the snap, hands it off to Zerillo, cuts to the right side, stiff arm, and he's brought down. He'll gain maybe 1 on the play. Not a great job blocking downfield by the wide receiver. Kind of ran into his own man.
One of the linebackers snuck through underneath, too. I don't think you ever saw him coming. Got a hand on him to slow him down.
3rd and 11 for DeSoto from the Hillsboro 29. 6:36 and counting here in the first half. A 24-7 lead for the Hillsboro Hawks. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Now they send a man in motion. Keith gonna take it himself. Breaks through an arm tackle. This is Cole again on the tackle. Number 62, Travis Cole, the junior. And Keith with a gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 4th down again.
I'm sure DeSoto will go for this one. They almost have to with this situation.
On the carry, Travis Cole with
4th and 9 for the Dragons. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
4th down and 8.
Shotgun formation here for Keith, 5:56 and counting. Takes the snap, dropping back, rolling to his right, looks to the left, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Zerillo. It was off his hands. He tried to pick it up, and so that's going to be a turnover on downs on the Dragons, and Hillsboro will get the ball at their own 27.
Seth Castleman was flying in, and he didn't realize that pass had been dropped. He really lowered the boom on that hit.
Another DeSoto drive. They moved the ball well, but it stalled with 10 yards of penalties there at the end.
2 in a row. That right there could be the youth that's showing again, the inexperience.
And so we've seen this a couple times from Hillsboro. They're very late in getting on the field for their first play of the drive. They're just now getting out there, about to get set with 10 seconds left on the play clock. 1st and 10 from their own 27, 5:47 remaining. Now with 4 seconds left. 3, and now we get a timeout called by Hillsboro. Interesting move there. We're late getting out there, and they call it timeout. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
I'm ready for a snake bite.
A snake bite? You're delirious.
No, I'm talking about battered and deep-fried jalapeno slices served with homemade Chipotle ranch sauce. A teaser appetizer from Texas Taters and More in Hillsboro. And jumpin' gee willikers, that jackrabbit chicken salad's so delicious. Or build your own tater like the Ace in the Hole with over 25 toppings. Don't tell me you've never had a chuck wagon combo. Like the cowboy tater topped with barbecue pork, shredded cheese, and crispy onion tanglers, all with a drink. Texas Taters and More in Hillsboro, 636-789-9995.
Do we have him back?
1st and 10 Hillsboro coming out of the timeout here, 5:47 remaining in these first half. 24-7 is the lead for Hillsboro at their own 27-yard line. Late to get out there, out of the change of possession, and they call the timeout. Single receivers to either side, 3 men in the backfield. They put a man in motion. Now Johnson is going to take it himself, and he's going to lose yardage. Great breakthrough by the DeSoto defensive line.
Lucas Fan just barreled through there and started just grabbing people and dragging them to the ground.
So that'll be a loss of less than 1 on the play. So you could call it no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for Hillsboro. Clock continues to roll with 5:23 remaining. 24-7 is the lead for the Hillsboro Hawks. They get the ball at their own 27, and don't forget, they will start the second half with the ball as well. Send a man in motion. They flip it to him. That's Kellum running right side. He's going to be dragged down from behind. Nice tackle by Nick Moore.
That was a great tackle. Up high. That's not really the way you teach him how to do it, but Jacob Kellum is kind of a small player. He took him down very hard on that play.
Gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 4 up to the Hillsboro 33-yard line. Hillsboro goes into the huddle. Now they break it, sends receivers to either side. And 3 men in the backfield in a little triangle formation. Johnson under center. Now they send 2 men in motion, and that's going to be an illegal shift. 2 men in the motion, illegal procedure penalty on Hillsboro. A little confusion there as to who was to go in motion there.
There seemed to be a little confusion on that play, even coming out of the huddle. They were just having trouble getting set. That was kind of doomed for the start on that play.
That'll back them up 5 yards. 3rd down and 9 now for Hillsboro. We've seen a lot of penalties from both teams here in this first half.
Both teams during the course of play, both of them have 40 yards in penalties. They're even up on that with 4 penalties apiece.
3rd down and 9 to go. Hillsboro, same formation here. Maybe they'll have got it figured out this time. Then 1 man in motion. Johnson dropping back to pass, looking downfield. Now he's going to have to scramble, stays on his feet, rolls to his left side, and now he's going to get tackled. And a no gain on the play. Looked like he could have cut it back upfield. Very slow moving play, and no gain on the play for Jarrett Johnson out of the broken play. That'll bring up 4th down, and Hillsboro will bring out the punt team.
Another 30-yard run for 1 yard.
We've seen a lot of those for both teams tonight.
That's the first time offensively all night that Hillsboro's actually looked human offensively.
Jacob Kellum back to punt it away for Hillsboro. Jeremy Edwards back to receive the punt for DeSoto. And now we get a flag on the play. DeSoto's pointing at Hillsboro. Illegal procedure penalty on Hawks. They just can't stay set at the line.
They are jumpy. They must be pretty worked up still about senior night and last home game and the big rivalry with DeSoto.
Backs them up 5, 4th and 14 now from the Hillsboro 24. Jeremy Edwards back to return it for DeSoto, standing at his own 40. There's the snap back. Kellum, the kick is away. It's a high and short. Bounces at the 43. Takes a Hillsboro bounce, and now Trey Terry will down it at the 39-yard line of DeSoto, and that is where they will start at 1st and 10. I want to thank our sponsors, Comtree and Festus, McFarland Travel, YMCA of Jefferson County, Plaza Tire Service in Festus, the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Festus, Roberts, Wooten, and Zimmer, the law offices in Hillsboro, Farm Bureau Agent Joe Reen in Festus, the Lowry Law Firm, B&A CarQuest of Hillsboro, Junk in the Trunk Flea Market in Festus, and Roy Burnside, Wells Fargo agent in Festus. 1st and 10 DeSoto from their own 40-yard line with 3:17 remaining in the first quarter. They trail it 24-7. They're going to take the snap, and it's running right side is Nick Moore on the end around, and he picked up about 4 yards on the play.
Nick's second run of the game, he just found a little bitty seam down low and just dove right through it.
Nick Moore with the carry.
A 3-yard carry on the play for DeSoto. 2nd and 7. 2:53 and counting here in the first half. 24-7 the lead for Hillsboro. Keith in the gun. 2 receivers to the left and right. Takes the snap, going to take it himself. Running right side, cuts to the outside. He'll step out of bounds. And he maybe have picked up 1 yard on that play. I think they'll spot it at the 45. Not really much happening on that play, and I think Hillsboro's starting to figure that out on that option play to keep him outside.
That center read option, they are doing a good job of stringing it out and letting the pursuit come in and shut down any running lanes that he might have.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
3rd down and 6 to go here for DeSoto. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Pistol formation. Hands it. No, he's going to take it himself with room to run left side, but now he's going to be brought down and sacked again. Hillsboro has been swarming. We owe you a legal identification. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
The talk of Jefferson County, Straight Talk, AM 1400 KJFF, Festus, Crystal City, Imperial, DeSoto.
Jacob.
4th down coming up for DeSoto, and they will get ready to punt. Now, Keith, it's kind of hard to tell when they have the punt team on because Garrett Keith, their quarterback, is their punter. And their punt formation looks eerily similar to their regular offensive play formation. Looking at a 4th and 8 here, and Keith is going to step back and get ready to boot it away. Takes a couple steps to his right, boots away. Kellum is back to receive the kick. He's going to let it go. It's going to fly out of bounds. And so a couple of stalled drives here for both teams. And this Hillsboro will get the ball starting it at their own 36-yard line with 1:47 remaining, up 24-7 on top of DeSoto.
DeSoto has a very unique punt formation. He's only about 7 or 8 yards deep on that play, but he only takes one step. We've seen it 3 or 4 times in the last couple of games, in both games we've done, but I haven't seen anybody try to block one yet.
So Hillsboro, once again, they'll come out late out of the sideline. A little bit earlier this time. Right as the referee was spotting the ball and ready to tell the clock operator to start, Hillsboro was breaking the huddle on the sideline, so they get out there and get set right about now with 11 seconds remaining on the play clock. And they will get it off, snap it back to Kellum. He flips it in motion, and he takes a good run up to about the 32-yard line. Nice run there by Jacob Kellum. And you know, they do that a lot. Kellum goes in motion. He cuts around the outside, and they flip it to him. And he's got so much speed working for him as he takes the handoff. I wonder if that kind of helps with getting those big runs and strong runs.
It does. What he's trying to do is he's trying to get up behind those big blocks of his guard and his tackle, and then possibly spring it to the outside. That time the linebackers of DeSoto jammed it up pretty good at about 5 yards.
6-yard play for Hillsboro. Now they'll hit it off to Walsh, running left side, cuts to the sideline with room to run to the 50-yard line, pulled out of bounds, dragged down, I believe, by for DeSoto number 82. I believe that was Daniel Haas, but a big pickup there by Chris Walsh, another big carry for Walsh. Takes it into just going to be just shy at the Hillsboro 49-yard line. Hillsboro has scored on plays of 57 yards, 81 yards, 61 yards, and 44 yards are the scoring plays for Hillsboro.
Chris Walsh is their primary running back. He's only got 4 carries, but 13 is his second shortest of the night. The other 2 were just outrageous numbers.
66 seconds left to play in the first half. Hillsboro up 24-7 at their own 49. Johnson dropping back to pass, going to throw it over the middle, and it's intercepted by Jeremy Edwards. Returning it, and he's brought down by Jacob Kellum. An interception returned up to the 49-yard line by Jeremy Edwards, and that pass was right to him.
If Jacob Kellum doesn't make that tackle, he's going to tack on a good number 20 or 30 yards on that return, too. Jacob Kellum really saved him some yardage there.
That was just a bad pass by Jarrett Johnson. There were 2 Hillsboro receivers kind of there, and he kind of threw it just right in between them, and that's where Jeremy Edwards was waiting.
Jeremy was back there just reading the quarterback's eyes, stepped up, caught that ball, and away he went.
So DeSoto will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 49 with 58.2 seconds left. Moss goes in motion. Keith is going to keep it himself, runs up the middle, cuts back to the left side. The ball pops loose, and Hillsboro is on top of it. A turnover there by DeSoto, following the turnover by Hillsboro. 1 play and a fumble for the Dragons.
It's exactly how coaches teach their players to do it. First player in, good technique, stand the player up. Everybody else comes in and lays the hit on the runner. That time they put the hit right on the ball, and it just popped right back out. DeSoto handed it right back to Hillsboro.
Yeah, I missed who made that hit. I believe it was Chris Walsh. He just came in there and threw that left shoulder, put it right on the ball, popped loose.
Yep. First man stood him up, and then 3 more players come in and converge on the player like that.
So back-to-back turnovers here with 50.4 seconds remaining in this first half. Hillsboro gets the ball back at the DeSoto 47. And so a little bit more time, trying to get maybe one more score. Up 24-7. Johnson hands it off with room to run with Terry to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Another big run for Hillsboro. This time from the DeSoto 47-yard line. First play of that drive following the back-to-back turnovers by both teams.
Trey Terry, he's showing Chris Walsh he can do it too. He's got 2 now, 1 for 44 and 1 for 48. He just blasted through the line, and I don't think he was touched on that run.
That comes with 42.5 seconds left in the first half. And once again, Hillsboro scoring late. Remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half. They go up 30-7 here. The extra point coming up. And this one is good. He's 1 for 3 is Clayton Sansucci for the Hillsboro Hawks. 31-7. We'll take a quick 30-minute timeout. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
Think you're ready for retirement? Get answers on topics like Social Security, the rising cost of healthcare, investing for retirement income, and 401k rollover options. The Festus Crystal City branch of Wells Fargo Advisors is hosting a workshop on Saturday, October 26th. If you plan to retire soon, this is for you. Enjoy complimentary lunch and hear Secret Service tips on protecting yourself from identity theft. For reservations, call 636-931-1900 for details. Retire like you mean it. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC.
If you're looking for a great place to eat with a warm atmosphere, Raintree Market and Grill in Hillsboro is your destination. Not only can you satisfy your appetite with wonderful cheeseburgers, delicious hot pizza, and more, but you can also pick up all your convenience items. From gasoline to live bait, Raintree has a variety of items to make your life easy. Plus, now you can pick up your Missouri Lottery tickets at Raintree Market and Grill, 3.5 miles out Highway B in Hillsboro. Call 636-789-5125 to order pizza or check them out on Facebook.
42.5 seconds remaining here in the first half. Kickoff is bobbled by DeSoto on the return. Now they pick it up, running right side, stood up and hit immediately. Good tackle hit there. Austin Fudge on the return for DeSoto, and they will get the ball to start off the most likely final drive here of the first half at their own 20-yard line. 34.9 seconds remaining in the first half. DeSoto trails it 31-7 behind Hillsboro on the Hawks senior night.
Every one of the Hawks stayed in their lanes and covered that kickoff very well. They didn't want to give DeSoto any kind of a chance to finish out this half with a score.
First and 10, DeSoto from their own 20-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. You'd think 34 seconds left, they'd be airing it out, and they hand it off the middle. It's stuffed immediately by the Hillsboro defense.
Looks like DeSoto might be content to just run this out, try to get into the halftime, regroup a little bit, rest a little bit, and try to figure out what to do to change things up in the second half.
Caleb Lewis on the tackle for Hillsboro, and I think that's what DeSoto's going to do. They're just going to let the clock run out here with 11 seconds. They go into a huddle. They will take plenty of time, so that is going to do it here for the first half. Hillsboro and DeSoto, they'll go to the locker rooms. Hillsboro leading 31-7. We will take a quick 2-minute break, and then we'll bring it back here and give you some first half stats and analysis on that first half. 31-7 is the lead for Hillsboro. We'll be back in 2 minutes. We'll be back here at the stadium. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV. We're back here at Hillsboro High School, start of the second half. I'm Tommy Self alongside Eric Oberle. 31-7 is the lead for the Hillsboro Hawks on top of the DeSoto Dragons. DeSoto will kick it off. Hillsboro won the toss, chose to defer to second half, and second time we've seen that really work out well for Hillsboro. Got a late score there in the first half and gets the ball here to start the second.
They could really set the tone for this entire second half right here with this opening drive. If they continue to do what they do and average 20 yards per play on offense, it's going to be a rough night for DeSoto.
Back to receive the kick for Hillsboro, Jacob Kellum and Chris Walsh. DeSoto set to kick it away, and the boot is away. It's a low spiral kick, and it's going to be fielded by the up man, and he'll take it up to the 45-yard line. Excuse me, the 40-yard line. Nice return there right up the middle by, I believe that was number 60, Adam Polite on the return, I believe.
Big man just grabbed it, wrapped it up with both hands, and just headed forward.
So Hillsboro will start it on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Well, Eric, what do these two teams need to do here in the second half, specifically DeSoto, to get back in it?
Especially DeSoto, just like we talked about in the first half, their offense has to put together a long, consistent, sustained drive. The best thing in the world they can do defensively is keep their offense on the field. Hillsboro is just too explosive tonight.
Hillsboro will start it on offense, 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. They hand it off up the middle. Good room to run. Good strong run there by Trey Terry. Big 10-yard pickup. He just breaks through arm tackles. They really have to wrap up.
Absolutely. DeSoto is going to have to do a much better job on tackling there in the second half.
And we get a first down call. A good 10-yard pickup there by Trey Terry. Of the Trey Terry, he hasn't had as many carries as Walsh or Kellum, but I tell you what, he's a little bit bigger. Seems like he runs just a little bit stronger, a little bit harder to bring down.
He does, but he runs very upright, but is still a very powerful runner.
1st and 10 DeSoto, first and 10 Hillsboro from their own 49. Handoff up the middle again, and this is Terry again. He's going to get pushed backwards. They will give him forward progress and maybe a yard on the play.
DeSoto did a much better job there. First man in, stood him up. The other two tacklers came in and they just drove him backwards. That's one of the things that DeSoto didn't do in the second half that they're going to have to do, or in the first half that they're going to have to do in the second half. They've got to get 2 or 3 guys converging on the ball. Terry, Walsh are both too strong running the ball for one guy to try to bring him down all the time.
We appreciate you listening to this game on KJFF, and don't forget you can view it online at mymoinfo.com on KJFF Web TV. Kellum to the right side on the sweep. About a 5-yard pickup there. Just go to mymoinfo.com, find Web TV, click on the KJF Web TV. You can watch this game live worldwide on mymoinfo.com via KJF Web TV. Renee Bernard is our camera woman. Want to also thank Stuart McMillan, Kat Kearley, and Corey Johnson doing the work back at our KJF studios.
Jacob Kellum saw green on that play. Fortunately, that ankle tackle there brought him down. There's a lot of room to run on that right side.
3rd down and 6 here for Hillsboro. They flip it. This is Walsh up the middle, hit the pile, and they're going to push him back.
That's exactly what DeSoto needs to do. These are very strong runners from Hillsboro. Do a good job of keeping things going forward. As a matter of fact, in the 2 games that we've done of Hillsboro, I think that's only the first or second time I've seen Walsh get driven backwards. He is normally nothing but forward.
So that'll bring up 4th down for Hillsboro. 4th and about 3 on the play. They will bring out the punt team. Jacob Kellum back to boot it away for Hillsboro. Jeremy Edwards deep to receive for DeSoto. Hillsboro moving from our right to our left. Ball at the DeSoto 44-yard line. Snap back, a little bit low, boots it away. Good spiral on the kick by Kellum. Bounces at the 10-yard line, and it will take a Hillsboro roll. It will continue to roll inside the 5, and a great punt there by Jacob Kellum.
Jeremy Edwards got out of the way of that one. I don't know how Coach Thompson does things. You normally want your guy to field him inside of the 20, even if it's a fair catch, just to prevent the roll.
And so DeSoto will start deep in their own territory at their own 3-yard line, where they'll get it 1st and 10. How can DeSoto pick up their offense?
They don't have a problem with making some plays. Garrett Keith can complete some passes and things like that. It's the mental errors that kill their drive. The untimely 5-yard penalty or the 15-yard penalty are putting 2 5-yard penalties back to back. Mental mistakes are what are hurting them. They just have to be a little smarter and a little more patient to put this thing together on offense.
31-7 is the lead for Hillsboro. DeSoto takes over after the punt. 9:28 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Keith gonna throw it now. He pulls it down and runs. He's gonna be hit immediately. No gain on the play. And I think some of the fans want a safety called. Not going to get it called. That's going to back them up to the 1-yard line. So no room to spare here for DeSoto.
That was very close to a safety.
9 minutes and counting. Keith going to run it up the middle, and he won't get much. They're just trying the safe play just to get it out of the shadow of their own end zone, give them a little room to work. Not much on the play, though.
There wasn't any room to go. Hillsboro was waiting for that quarterback sneak on that one. They were ready for him.
So that'll be 3rd down and 8 to go for DeSoto. Quick snap by Keith, and 2 flags out on the play. This is probably an illegal procedure penalty on DeSoto. Yes, it is. So that's going to back them up half the distance to the goal on the 3-yard line now. That'll back them up to the 1.5-yard line. And it will remain 3rd down and about 9 to go. Need to get to the 13-yard line.
There's that untimely penalty again. That's a mental mistake when you jump off sides like that.
8:34 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Ball on the 1-yard line of DeSoto. 3rd down. Now DeSoto come down in their formation, then they look over to the sideline for the play call. Now they get it in. Keith under center here. Don't do this a lot, and he's going to sneak it himself. Cuts to the outside, little spin move just to get around the line of scrimmage, but he's not. He'll pick up maybe 1 on the play. That'll bring up 4th down. I think you have to put it here, don't you?
Oh, you really don't have a choice here. That's not the way DeSoto wanted to start this. They really needed to put together a sustained drive and try to wear out the DeSoto defense a little bit.
So not a lot of room to punt here for Garrett Keith. Jacob Kellum back to receive the punt. The spiral punt. Kellum will receive it at the 30-yard line. Breaks a couple tackles, cuts to the left side at the 10-5, touchdown. A 30-yard punt return for a touchdown by Jacob Kellum. Don't hear that very often, but a short punt by Garrett Keith. Didn't have a lot of room to boot it away. And so Hillsboro scores on special teams now on the 30-yard punt return by Jacob Kellum.
He did a great job of slipping right in between two players on the coverage. He was almost twisted sideways. I'm not even sure how he stayed on his feet. Cut it right back to the left side, picked up a couple of blocks, and took it right into the end zone.
That is his. So a short punt return. That is his first, second touchdown of the game. So that'll make it 37-7. And now Clayton Sansucci on to attempt the extra point. The snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. Clayton Sansucci puts the kick through, and Hillsboro goes up 38-7. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to High School Football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
Hi, this is Steve. My sister-in-law and I invite you to stop by Pizza Junction and tame your appetite with favorites like our salad bar or a Hillsboro house salad with artichoke hearts, red onions, sweet red peppers, and lots more. Our pizzas come with either St. Louis-style extra thin crust or a traditional yeast-risen crust and just about every topping you could ask for. Lunch buffet is served Monday through Friday, 11 to 2 for $7.49. Stop by Pizza Junction on the corner of Old Highway 21 and Highway B in Hillsboro.
Hi, this is David McFarland. At McFarland Travel, we are a full-service travel agency specializing in one-on-one service. We discuss your needs and desires, do our research, then provide you with options, all within parameters that you have set. When you book online, you do all the work and then give your hard-earned money to someone you will never meet and without fully knowing what your options are. Shop locally and book safely with McFarland Travel at 206 Main Street in Festus, or call us at 937-5679 or toll-free 888-440-5679.
38-7 is the lead for Hillsboro here to start in the 33rd quarter. 7:37 remaining. Short kickoff by Hillsboro will be fielded by DeSoto and return to the 40-yard line, and that is where the DeSoto Dragons will take over here. 7:32 remaining in the third quarter. 38-7 is the lead here for the Hillsboro Hawks.
Much better starting position for DeSoto on this one. It was hard to work on that last one. They started on the 1-yard line on that at the punt. See if they can get a little more offense flow here and keep the ball rolling.
First and 10 DeSoto from their own 40-yard line. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Keith in the shotgun, standing at his own 35. Snap back, rolling to his right side, looking over the middle, going to dump it off. That is Zerillo running down the left sideline. Room to run, picks up the first down and more, pushed out of bounds. Nice play call there and execution by DeSoto.
Garrett Keith did a great job looking to the right side to set up that screen play to the back to the left. Timed it perfectly, got it over the top. Well executed play, well timed play.
So that goes into Hillsboro territory at the Hawks' 43-yard line. First down pickup there by Hillsboro. Three to the right, 1 to the left. Keith in the shotgun again. First and 10, takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. This is Rilla. No, he takes it himself, cuts back to the middle, and he's going to be close to the first down. Boy, he really sells that fake really well, and he's been really having a great day on the field.
That was a phenomenal ball fake. 3 Hawks went after Matt Zerillo on that play. He was gone 5 yards away by the time they realized he didn't even have the ball.
2nd and 1 for DeSoto after another good run by Garrett Keith. Takes his snap. He's going to take it himself, running the option. Spin move, cuts into the inside, and he's going to pick up the first down and a couple more up to the 29-yard line. I think his decision-making has been very impressive.
He has really been on the read option. He is very patient with it. He's not forcing the issue. He fakes the handoff, reads the player down the line, and then decides what he's going to do and goes from there. When it's time to bust and time to really explode, he does it.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Pistol formation here. Keith can't take it himself again with room to run on the right side, and he'll pick up maybe 4 on the play up to the 24-yard line. Another nice pickup, a gain of 5.
Another good read. The defensive tackle came right through the line, faked it to Matt Zarillo. The defensive line had to take Zarillo on that play. It gave Garrett Keith the opportunity to run to the right again.
2nd and 5 here from the 24-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Barks out the signals. Keith gonna take it himself again, running right side. One man gets by him to the 20, to the 16-yard line. Another good run by. How can they stop that? I mean, how do you take that?
When you are playing against an option team defensively, you'll take a linebacker out of your mix and almost go to like a 4-2 or something like that. The outside, the linebacker, his responsibility is to go into the backfield and tackle the quarterback no matter what on every single play.
Picks up the first down to the 18-yard line of Hillsboro. DeSoto marching. Ball is loose. Keith bounces on it, and he will recover it. Missed the handoff. I think Zarillo was so used to not getting the handoff, he wasn't ready for it. Keith has been pulling it down himself with good reason. That time just a bobbled exchange. That'll be a loss of about 7 on the play. Back to the 25-yard line.
That's the other way you defend against the option. 4 guys just blast into the backfield and start tackling everything.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Keith takes the snap, throws to the right side. Edwards in the flat to the sideline at the 15, cuts back. He'll be brought down. Ball pops loose. It'll roll out of bounds. Lucky break there for DeSoto. Hillsboro stripped it, but they stripped it out of bounds. A nice pickup there for Jeremy Edwards.
Nice little spin move to stay in bounds to pick up an extra yard or 2. It was fortunate that ball did go out of bounds. That's Hillsboro coming in and laying that second man in, laying the hit on the ball again.
3rd down and 5 to go here for DeSoto. From the Hillsboro 14-yard line. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Keith in the pistol again. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking left, gonna throw it. Incomplete, off of the receiver's hands. That was Tyler Latham. He had an easy touchdown, could have made the catch at the line, and just bounced right off his hand. That's the 2nd time we've seen that.
That was a beautifully thrown ball. The route was run correctly. Just that focus. There's that focus again. You got to bring that ball in no matter where you're at on the field. I think he saw the 6 there before he made the catch.
That'll bring up 4th down. I'll tell you what, if I were DeSoto, I'd just try that one again. Stops the clock, 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 38-7 the lead for Hillsboro. DeSoto on offense, threatening to score at the Hillsboro 13. Keith rolling to his left, looking to throw it. He will into the end zone. Touchdown! Keith finds Nick Moore into the end zone, just standing there waiting for the football. A nice throw and catch by DeSoto. They get on the board again.
That was a very nice throw for Garrett Keith, the right-hander, to roll out to his left and then turn and throw that ball down on that rollout pass like that. That is very, very difficult to do. Shows what an athlete that young man is. Put it right on the numbers, and it was a good, hard throw.
Yeah, and it needed to be a good hard throw because there was the receivers around there right on the target. Extra point coming up for DeSoto. The kick is up, and it is blocked by Hillsboro. They blocked the extra point. 38-13 is the score and the lead for Hillsboro. We'll take a minute timeout. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance. They are the #1 insurer of farms in the state of Missouri. That's why I'm wearing this big foam finger. It's from the Springfield Cardinals baseball team. They're a farm club. Whether you're a farm or a farm club, Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance is #1. This foam finger makes my hand sweat. Here, Dan, you take it.
For all your insurance needs, contact me, Farm Bureau Agent Joe Reed in Festus, 636-931-1112, or on Highway 61 just across from Mercy Hospital, Jefferson.
Since 1974, Comtree has helped people suffering from alcohol and other drug abuse. Comtree remains committed to its mission to be an innovative, effective, and responsive community mental health center for Jefferson County. At Comtree, they believe in the importance of addressing issues of concern through direct patient care prevention and educational efforts. Professional care is available to you at Comtree with adult and adolescent programs, inpatient care, and 3 outpatient and aftercare locations. Call 931-2700.
4:54 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. DeSoto adds to their score, but they still trail 38-13 as they are set to kick it away. Kellum and Walsh back to receive the kick for Hillsboro. The kick is at the 40, and it's booted away, and it will be fielded. It's off the chest of Hillsboro. Ball's on the ground. Now Kellum picks it up, runs to the right side, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, being dragged down. Flag on the play. return to about the 38-yard line. Now the ball comes loose again. I think they're going to rule him down. Calvin Rivera's there for Hillsboro for his second, but there is a flag down on the play. We'll have to check that.
Absolutely. When he caught that ball, he just took off and ran right into his wall, and the ball just popped out. I don't think he ever had a good grasp on it to start with. Kello picking it up and trying to make something out of it, but this one just train wreck is what this one turned into. Now we'll just have to see what the penalty is.
Face mask on Hillsboro.
The return team.
The indication is a personal foul.
So a face mask penalty on Hillsboro.
You don't see that very often, a face mask on the return team.
So that is a face mask penalty against.
Hey, we want to thank our sponsors, Dietrich Mothershead Funeral Home in DeSoto, Lawn Care Equipment in DeSoto, Walmart Supercenter in DeSoto, Dunn Sporting Goods in Peevely, Farm Bureau agent Joe Reed in Festus, Texas Taters and More in Hillsboro, and Raintree Market and Grill, also Wegman Law Firm in Hillsboro for sponsoring this game, Hillsboro versus DeSoto. So that's going to back Hillsboro up 15 yards, and that is where they will start it at their own, looks like 17-yard line, 1st and 10 Hawks. They lead it 38-13 on top of the DeSoto Dragons here on Hillsboro Senior Night. They send a man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. Now they hand it off to a different guy. This is Chris Walsh. Ankle tackle, and 2 more guys come in and bring him down. Not much doing on that play.
Chris Walsh.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do. First man, get a hold of the player. In this case, it was an ankle tackle. The next 2 players come in and put the hit on and drive the man backwards.
No gain on the play for Hillsboro, and it's 1st and 10.
Second down and 10.
Excuse me, 2nd and 10 with 4:16 and counting.
It appears Chris Walsh is human. I wasn't sure about that after the first half he had.
Who would have thought? 3 men in the backfield, 2 receivers out, 1 to each side. Send a man in motion, hand it off up the middle. This is Walsh again, and he'll pick up a good first down carry and a little bit more. Up to the 40-yard line.
Trey Terry with the carry.
Excuse me, that was Trey Terry on the carry for DeSoto. They all look alike, and they're all numbers are very similar. Up to the 39-yard line for Hillsboro, and it's 1st and 10 after they pick up the first down.
That was a very nice run, and that's Hillsboro at its best right there. The offensive line doing their job, not giving any defender the opportunity to get a clean shot on the running back. They're just getting a hand out or a little bump or something like that.
1st and 10 Hawks from their own 31-yard line. DeSoto bringing the blitz. They hand it off on the end around. And that's Chris Walsh, 6-yard pickup on that play.
Chris Walsh with the carry, brought down by Nick Moore.
Good pickup by Chris Walsh on the end around.
Gain of 5.
Gain of 5 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. That was Chris Walsh in motion again. And, he's hard to stop when he has so much momentum coming out of the backfield on the end around like that.
The reason they got a good hit on there, Chris never got completely turned when he got around that corner. He was still a little sideways. Couldn't get those shoulder pads lowered, so they got in there and got him down pretty quickly on a 6-yard gain.
3 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 5, Hillsboro. Hand it off. It's Johnson going to take it again, and he's going to be close to the first down. Might have got it past the 40-yard line, and he's going to be right at the 42-yard line, and they're going to say he has it. And Hillsboro moves the sticks again. First half, Hillsboro, really big play offense, but DeSoto sticking around, at least keeping it within a couple of yards, but still Hillsboro moving the ball very well. And this is actually, I don't know if you're DeSoto, you'd almost like the big play, because this way, they're not going to get the ball back. DeSoto holding on to the ball.
DeSoto really does need the ball back, but the main thing here is DeSoto is tackling much better in the second half than they did in the first half.
1st and 10, Hillsboro from their own 42. Johnson taking himself. Now to flip it out on the option on their left side, down the sideline. Pushed out of bounds. That is Seth Castleman with the carry for Hillsboro. He takes it up to the 50-yard line, right at the 50-yard line. Going to be shy of the first down. Needed to get to the 48. First time we've mentioned Seth Castleman today.
That was actually a pass play that was supposed to be a read option, and he actually flipped the ball forward. Technically, it would be ruled as a pass, but it worked out well. They got 8 yards on the play.
So 2nd and 2, Hillsboro right at the 50-yard line. 2:22 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3 men in the backfield, tight end to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Handed off up the middle again. Good strong run. They pick up the first down. I believe that was Trey Terry on the carry for Hillsboro, and he picks up the first down. Slow moving offense this half, but just continuing to churn.
I'm sure that Coach Robbins is very content to just put out 4 or 5 yards a carry, continue to eat up the clock with that 38-13 lead. He'll just end the game right here if he could.
2:07 left in the third quarter. Hillsboro gets another first down, 1st and 10 from the DeSoto 43. Receiver to the left side. 3 men in the backfield, tight end to the left. Now they send a man in motion. That's Chris Walsh. He falls down, and Johnson's going to have to take it himself. He's going to be brought down. Now he flips it to Walsh, and he's going to be brought down. Well, that was supposed to be a handoff to Walsh, but in motion, he fell down. Johnson realized it, started to take it himself, and as he was being sacked, he tried to flip it to Walsh, who lost another yard. So loss of about 3 on the play there for Hillsboro.
Well, that little forward toss pitch thing that he pulled off a little earlier worked out well. I guess he figured he'd try it again.
Sometimes you have to be lucky a little bit. 2nd down, 13 to go here. 1:17 and counting here in the third quarter. This quarter has gone by very quickly. Just 2 scores in this quarter. One by Hillsboro, one by DeSoto. Man in motion is Kellum. They flip it out to him in space to the right side. All kinds of room. Hits out of bounds. That is Jeremy Edwards. Lowered his shoulder, pushed him out of bounds. And now we have a DeSoto player slow to get up. The injured Dragon is Wyatt Davis. He is down on his back at the 46-yard line. He is trying to get up, and he can't. So they're going to come out and have to tend to the injured DeSoto Dragon.
The name Jeremy Edwards just started to come up quite a few times here. In the first half, he caught quite a few passes, had the interception, and he started to make he's got 3 or 4 good tackles, had a nice hard hit on this one right here. Jacob Kellum to hold him to 5 yards. His name's cropping up quite a bit. He's played a pretty good ball game tonight for DeSoto.
Let's give you some score updates while we have some time here around the area. At the half, St. Pius tied with St. Vincent, 13 apiece. Poplar Bluff leads Farmington 28-0. That is in the third quarter there. Herculaneum leads Crystal City 21-14 in the third quarter. A final, St. Genevieve all over Fredericktown 42-0. Central leads Perryville. St. Genevieve beat Fredericktown 42-0. The final there, Central on top of Perryville 41-0. North County leads Windsor 14-7. Valley Catholic leads New Madrid County Central 41-6. Festus on top of Pacific 31-3. Parkway South leads Northwest 19-0. Jefferson R7 all over Grandview 57-6. Potosi leads Maplewood 20-6. Cape Central 29-17 on top of Sykeston. Rockwood Summit 42-0 on top of Seckman, and Marquette leads Fox 20-7. Davis lips off the field, and so the injury timeout is over. 3rd down and 5 here coming up for Hillsboro from the DeSoto 38 with 61 seconds left in the quarter. Hillsboro up 38-13. They hand it off. This time it's Walsh around the left side. Room to run. Gets a block to the 30. Cuts back. Pushed out of bounds. Just shy of the 20. A nice tackle. I guess it doesn't really count as a tackle. Coleman Tinker shoved him out of bounds. There is a flag down on the play.
I think Coleman just wanted to lay a hit on him right there and just knock him out of bounds. Let him know that he's still here to play.
Personal foul on Hillsboro.
Where that was thrown from, I would almost guess that we had a chop block or an angular block, a lower body block downfield.
Walsh with the carry run out of bounds by Hunter Carey.
So another personal foul. And not exactly sure what that was for. So that'll back them up 15 yards on the play. Personal foul on the offense, a 15-yard penalty for Hillsboro. So they will get the good run from Chris Walsh, and he'll pick up the first down, but after the play, they'll back them up 15 more yards. So that'll back it up to the DeSoto 38-yard line, but it is a first down for the Hawks.
That's essentially about a 40-yard swing on that play. He had a great run by Walsh. He picked up 20, 25 yards on that play, and then the late hit or the low hit or something, whatever happened there, that's a 40-yard change of play there.
One receiver to the left, one to the right. 3 men in the backfield in the triangle formation for Hillsboro. Johnson under center. Send a man in motion. Going to drop back to pass. Looking over the middle. Now he's going to have to run. Throws it over the middle, and it's hit. That's Brett Cole with room to run at the 20. Cuts back inside. Brought down. A nice catch made there by Brett Cole over the middle. And, I think he saw Johnson had to scramble, and a nice job by Cole to come back towards his quarterback.
He was really looking for Kellum down the left side again. DeSoto defended that very well, so he just brought the ball down, looked a little like Fran Tarking there. Rolled out, went to the other side, got the player on the crossing route, Brett Cole, hit him right in the numbers. Brett picked up about 3 after the play.
First down for Hillsboro, up to the DeSoto 15, 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Same formation here. They're gonna hand it off up the middle. That's Terry, breaks through 2 tackles. Good strong run by Terry. And he's gonna be close to the first down. Official timeout to measure. 19.9 seconds remaining, and he does pick up the first down, and so they'll be inside the 10. First and goal here, Hillsboro, leading 38-13. They will wind the clock, and I don't think they're going to get a playoff here, and Hillsboro's just going to let the clock run out at the end of the third quarter. Hillsboro leads the DeSoto Dragons 38-13. We've played 3 quarters. We go to the fourth and final. 12 minutes remaining. Hillsboro on top, 38-13. We'll take a minute timeout. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
Everyone's talking about Junk in the Trunk Flea Market on Highway 67, south of Festus. The Pumpkin Patch and the Shriners Train with Frowny the Clown now open every weekend in October. Plus, stop by and see the Drunk in the Trunk mobile too, and get your picture taken. The kids will love it. Vendor spaces just $15. Call Junk in the Trunk Flea Market at 636-209-3811. That's 209-3811 for Junk in the Trunk Flea Market, Highway 67, south of Festus.
Roberts, Wooten, and Zimmer of Hillsboro is your regional law firm, offering help with many diverse areas of the law. Roberts, Wooten, and Zimmer is a full-service law firm and practice with expert, experienced lawyers. When legal representation is a must, you need a law firm that you can trust. So turn to the professionals at Roberts, Wooten, and Zimmer on Highway 21 in Hillsboro. Call 636-797-2693. For more information, log on to robertswootenzimmer.com.
The talk of Jefferson County, Straight Talk, AM 1400 KJFF, Festus, Crystal City, Imperial, DeSoto.
Start of the fourth quarter here at Hillsboro High School. I'm Tommy Self alongside Eric Oberle. Hillsboro leads the DeSoto Dragons 38-13. Hillsboro Hawks have the ball at the DeSoto 4-yard line, threatening to score. To go up, they lead at 38-13 right now.
After an explosive first half by Hillsboro, we pretty much decided DeSoto needed to put together some long, sustained drives. Well, that's exactly what Hillsboro has done this in the third quarter.
One receiver out to the right, 3 men in the backfield. Tight end to the right, Johnson hands it off. Right side, that was Kellum, and he was dropped in the backfield. A nice tackle there by number 21, Trey Adams, the linebacker, came into the backfield.
Lost a couple on that play. He blew into that backfield very quickly, was just waiting for that ball to be handed off.
Brings up second and goal. Backs the ball up to the 5-yard line of DeSoto. Hillsboro moving from our left to right in white pants, blue jersey tops, white helmets, and blue letters. DeSoto green pants, white jersey tops. Handoff to Kellum up the middle, through the pile, trying to push it, and he's going to be short of the end zone, about the 2-yard line, and that'll bring up third down and goal. Third down and goal here coming up for Hillsboro.
Jacob had about 3 guys grabbing him like that. They're trying to put his jersey back on him now. He did a good job to pick up the 4 or 5 yards there he got.
Hillsboro goes into the huddle looking for the call from the sideline. Great crowd here on hand at Hillsboro High School on the Hawks senior night. Big rivalry game here between Hillsboro and DeSoto. Should Hillsboro win this game, they would share the conference title with Festus. Johnston hands it off to Walsh, and he's going to be just shy, I think. Ball came loose, and DeSoto has it. Fumble by Hillsboro at the DeSoto 1-yard line, and a bad turnover there by Hillsboro.
DeSoto stepped up and finally did what Hillsboro's been doing. First guy stands the runner up. Next 2 guys come in. They put the shoulder pads right on the ball, and this time it worked. It popped it loose, and DeSoto jumped on the loose ball.
I say bad turnover there. It's not as if there's a good turnover.
This is true.
So Dragons will start with the ball, but deep in their own territory, and they might run into the same problem they had earlier after the really good Hillsboro punt downed it at the 3-yard line. Right here, they have the ball at 1st and 10 at their own 2. Keith dropping back to pass, and he's going to be brought down in the end zone. A safety. You can see that coming for Hillsboro. They sack Garrett Keith in the end zone. He is dropped for a sack and a safety on the first play of their drive after the Hillsboro fumble. That makes it 40-13 Hillsboro.
Great play by that young man. Garrett Keith was looking down the left side. He had Jeremy Edwards open in the seam, got right to him before he could get that ball off. He exploded through the line to bring that in and bring the safety down.
So now not only does Hillsboro get the 2 points there, but they also get the ball back. 40-13 is the lead here for Hillsboro.
You can thank Ochoa later. That's 40 push-ups.
The announcer here at Hillsboro is kind of brutal.
I'll tell you what, now the Hillsboro cheerleaders, they drop down and do a push-up for each point. So now they're trying to get them to do 40 push-ups, and I'll tell you what, they are definitely cheerleader push-ups.
The announcer called it. He got some dirty looks from the cheerleading crew, but he said it's the same as a touchdown. 2 points on the board. That's a score.
They're like, really? 40? Really? It's a problem when you have a high-scoring offense like the Hillsboro Hawks. They've done a lot of push-ups this year.
Oh, some of those push-ups are starting to look a little iffy.
Oh, I don't know if the first ones were looking good. So DeSoto will kick it off here from their own 20-yard line. And after the safety, Hillsboro will most likely get good field position here to start the next drive. The kick is away for DeSoto. It will be fielded by Jacob Kellum. Great kick, fielded at his own 36, up the middle into DeSoto territory. Cuts to the right side, 30-yard line. Got one man to beat down the sideline. 10, 5, touchdown. Kickoff return by Jacob Kellum. The second return for a touchdown of the game by Jacob Kellum. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Jacob Kellum caught the ball, started very slowly, just let the blockers develop in front of him, just followed the big men through the initial wave, and then just broke it to the outside and showed everybody he's got wheels.
Where did he field that? Was that about the 30?
I think that was about a 64-yard return, 64, 65-yard return. I think it was right around the 35 or so.
So another kick return for a touchdown by Jacob Kellum.
These Hillsboro cheerleaders might just kill him.
And interesting play here, Eric, because Hillsboro, they called the offense over the field. They're going to go for 2 here. If they get the 2-point conversion here, they would be up 48-13. That'd make it a 35-point differential, and that would put the running clock in play. So Hillsboro going for 2 here, trying to put on the running clock. Similar formation, 3 men in the backfield. They flip it out to Kellum, running right side into the end zone. Touchdown, or not a touchdown, but the 2-point conversion is good. There's a flag on the play, holding on Hillsboro. So holding on the Hawks, that will negate the 2-point conversion. That will back them up 10 yards from the spot, and they'll try it again. 10:14 remaining. Clock is stopped here after the touchdown kickoff return by Jacob Kellum, and now Hillsboro's going to have to back it up 10 yards. That's going to back them up to the DeSoto 16-yard line. The cheerleaders are doing the push-ups. They should wait till after the 2-point conversion because they're going to have to do them again once they. If they put the 2-point conversion in.
One of the parents here in front of the booth told me last week they did over 300 total.
So 16 yards to go. Now the ball's on the ground. Johnston dropping back, going to throw it over the middle, and it's completed, and the 2-point conversion is good to Caleb Lewis to tie it in. A broken play as the ball fell on the ground. Johnston picks it up and hit Lewis in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, puts them up 48-13, a 35-point differential. As we'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to High School Football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
Forget everything you thought you knew about buying tires and hurry in and see the gang at Plaza Tire in Festus. Why? Because Plaza Tire customers enjoy Plaza Tire's lowest price pledge. Plaza Tire Service will match or beat any competitor's total tire purchase on any comparable tire. Plus tires anytime with hundreds of tires in stock. No appointment necessary on tire installations. That's Plaza Tire, the quick change artist located at 301 Festus Center Drive in Festus.
Wegman Law Firm, founded in 1947 in Hillsboro, represents all surrounding counties for individuals, business interests, and municipal agencies. The team of Stewart, Tesreau, Eden, McHale, Bishop, and Kreitler offer cutting-edge litigation for personal injury, death, property loss, commercial disputes, family law, criminal law, probate, workers' compensation, and more. The Wegman Law Firm on the Courthouse Square in Hillsboro. Give them a call today at 636-797-2665.
The 35-point lead for the Hillsboro Hawks as they get to set to kick it off with 10:14 remaining in the game. They'll place it at the near hash. They will boot it away. Good kick here by Hillsboro, and that will be fielded by number 82, Daniel Haas. He'll go up the middle, and great coverage by Hillsboro. A return to the 25-yard line. The clock will continue to roll here now. A 35-point lead for Hillsboro. That is the running clock. And so these last 10 minutes will most likely go by pretty quickly here, as DeSoto will get the ball at their own 25-yard line.
Coach Robbins, that's probably the best thing you could do. Just go ahead and get the running clock. The score is pretty insurmountable at this point. 2 points or 1 point really don't make a difference.
Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Keith in the pistol formation here for DeSoto. Ball at their own 25-yard line. 9:28 and counting. Keith will take it himself. Plenty of room to the run to the left side. Gets a block, cuts back to the inside. Hit and brought down. A hard hit. He'll get a gain of about 5. Well, it's not great news on the football field tonight for the DeSoto Dragons. However, they do have great news. Their softball team, they defeated the Festus Tigers today in the championship of the district championship game, as we get a injured Hillsboro Hawk down on the field. Injured Hillsboro Hawk. Looked like he's slow to get up. But so DeSoto, they won the district championship game today on top of Festus. I believe that's just Class 3, District 2. And so they win that championship game. They all go on to play in the sectionals. They will play Park Hills Central next Wednesday. The DeSoto softball team has been fantastic. Over 20 wins, just 2 losses on the season. And, that's a good thing about having multiple sports. You have this, your football team struggling, but you rally behind that softball team having a great year.
Exactly, and they get to move on now, play another game. I think they were expected to be pretty strong.
Yeah,
I know some of the players on that team, and congratulations to the DeSoto softball players.
I saw, actually, when we were walking around during halftime, I actually saw a couple of them down here. I see one down along the fence down there by the track. Well, now that we are on the running clock with the injury, we will get the timeout here. They will stop the clock with 9:08 remaining. We want to take this time to thank our sponsors: Pizza Junction in Hillsboro, the Courthouse Grill, Mercy Hospital Jefferson and Festus, Twin City Toyota, McFarland Travel, Comtree, YMCA of Jefferson County, Plaza Tire Service, Medicine Shop Pharmacy, the law offices of Roberts, Wooten, and Zimmer in Hillsboro, Farm Bureau Agent Joe Reed in Festus, the Lowry Law Firm in Hillsboro, B&A CarQuest of Hillsboro, Junk in the Trunk Flea Market, and Roy Burnside Wells Fargo in Festus. Let's go ahead and update you on some of the scores from around the area. Still 13-13. St. Pius and St. Vincent are tied in the third quarter. Poplar Bluff leads Farmington 28-0 in the third quarter. Crystal City, they trail Herculaneum by 1 point. 21-20 is the score there in the third quarter. St. Genevieve, as we mentioned earlier, defeated Fredericktown 42-0. Central leads Perryville 41-0 in the fourth quarter. Windsor and North County, how about this, Eric? Windsor and North County are tied at 14 apiece. And so remember, if North County wins that game, they would clinch a share of the conference title with most likely Hillsboro, who you'd think will go on to win this game. And they'll clinch the share of the conference title with Festus and with Hillsboro if they win this game. But North County tied up with Windsor right now. Valley Catholic leads New Madrid County Central 48-14. A final in Festus. The Tigers win 43-3 on their homecoming night. Parkway South on top of Northwest 19-0 in the third quarter. A final from Jefferson R7 57-22 as the Blue Jays defeat the Grandview Eagles. Potosi leads Maplewood 27-6 in the fourth quarter. Cape Central 29-17. Cape Central leads 29-17 on top of Sykeston. That is in the third quarter. A final from Seckman. Rockwood Summit wins 42-7. Marquette leads Fox 20-7. Well, the injured Hillsboro Hawk is still down on the field, and they're calling out some more personnel out there to check on them.
Garrett Keith ran that ball, and when he got about 4 yards downfield, there were 5 or 6 Hawks that all met at him at the same time. I think everyone kind of gave a groan. Everybody was kind of expecting Garrett Keith to really take a shot on that play. It was kind of unusual to see a Hillsboro player come up injured in that situation. His arms are moving, and they're talking to him. I'm not quite sure what was it. They were looking at his chest, maybe like he got hit in the sternum. I thought initially that he had the wind knocked out of him, but it looks to me like they might be checking out a little more now, because it looks like one of the paramedics may be on the field just to try to take care of things.
Athletic Director Ed Marino is on the field now. We get a couple people down there. Those might be his parents down there. I'm not sure. And now 2 members of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department are walking on the field right now, and we have 2 paramedics down on the field right now. He is laying flat. He was moving a little bit when that first happened. He laid down. He was trying to get up. He was moving around a little bit, moving his legs, but I think they brought him out there and encouraged him to just lay flat, and they will continue to work on him. And, this would be the second time we've been out here at Hillsboro. We've really had some bad luck at some games. Our first game, we had a very extended injury timeout. A player was taken off in an ambulance. And the very next week, Fredericktown was in town here at Hillsboro. We had a player taken off in an ambulance that week too. That game too.
He got the Fredericktown player got rolled up on it. Took a pretty bad left leg injury. I think it might have been his knee. I never did hear as to what exactly happened there. Mark Groner's also down on the field, the athletic director before Eddie Marino, and they appear to be talking. But it is good to see that the young man, his arms are moving, his feet are moving, everything's okay there.
Let's go ahead and take a quick timeout here. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break. It looks like this is going to be an extended delay here in injury time here. So we're going to go ahead and take a break here, and we will send it back to our KJF studios. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to High School Football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
When hunting for the perfect mower, you want strength, durability, and comfort. And Lawn Care Equipment in DeSoto has it. The big dog and their full line of bad boy mowers is a big, fat cat. Cat-powered diesel engines, that is, allowing you the brute force power to bear on whatever territory you mow. And Lawn Care Equipment is the only authorized bad boy dealer in Jefferson County, so dare to compare. Call them today, 636-337-0000. Come test drive a cat mower today.
Putting your family first.
Hi, this is Calvin Dantley with your Jefferson County Family YMCA. It's time for kids ages 3 through 8th grade to sign up for youth basketball at your local YMCA. The deadline for registration is October 14th, so hurry into the Y and get your child signed up. For more information, you can call me, Calvin Dantley, at 931-YMCA. That's 931-9622, and sign up for youth basketball at your Jefferson County Family YMCA.
Think you're ready for retirement? Get answers on topics like Social Security, the rising cost of healthcare, investing for retirement income, and 401k rollover options. The Festus Crystal City branch of Wells Fargo Advisors is hosting a workshop on Saturday, October 26th. If you plan to retire soon, this is for you. Enjoy complimentary lunch and hear Secret Service tips on protecting yourself from identity theft. For reservations, call 636-931-1900 for details. Retire like mean it. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC.
KJF Game of the Week, we do have a delay here on KJFF due to an injury, so we will get back to our game pretty soon. For bonus coverage, we're going to J98 for just a bit. St. Pius and St. Vincent in the third quarter. It's tied 13-13 there. We now go to Glenn Johnson.
It's a high spiral, and it's going to bounce at the 43-yard line. And it'll be down somewhere around there, right at the 43, as a matter of fact.
Each time we've noticed, ever since that the return by Levi Gatto, St. Vincent's has sent one more guy, 2 guys. Last time I think they sent 3. This time they had 4 guys in there almost ready to block. I think if Cole Sauer lays out there and kind of does a belly flop on the football, he may have blocked that ball. But instead, he probably does the smart thing and stands straight up and doesn't collect a roughing the kicker.
They're on the verge, that's for sure. American Family Insurance agent Bill Best in Park Hills brings to our broadcast tonight, along with County Do-It Center in St. John, Crown Collision Center in Farmington, and Donaldson Cycles of Park Hills. St. Vincent back to work. First down and 10 from the 43. Shotgun snap, handoff up the middle on a delay. It's Winkler. Winkler hit hard. Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. That St. Pius defensive line, led by Eimer tonight, has just destroyed everything up the middle for the most part.
They're really crashing hard and doing a good job of getting themselves a yard or two in the back, you know, and right now St. Vincent's has got to try something different. You know, I like the idea of spreading everybody out, but we got to get something going more north-south.
Winkler, one of the best backs in the conference, 16 carries, 53 yards. He's been stifled for the most part by Pius. There's the shotgun snap with Mattingly going in motion. He gets the carry, not going anywhere. Studevin gets back there, makes the tackle at the 36-yard line for a loss. Flag comes in late. And try the end around with Mattingly.
Again to the right side, and your right tackle's got a broken arm. You know, he gets by him. He can't really do a whole lot. You can't hold him, you know, so it's not going to be on 75. So somebody's got to tell him there's a left side.
Robbie Wingeter is the right tackle, and he has got that big club taped around his right arm, and he's having a little bit of trouble. And every play, like Dusty said, has gone to the right side. This is going to help a little bit. It's another penalty on the St. Pius Lancers, and that's going to negate that loss of about 6 to 7 yards.
It's a personal foul, so it'll be 15 yards and an automatic first down, I believe.
It is a personal foul. It is on St. Pius. So a big break for the St. Vincent Indians.
I think he's been ejected. He has been. Number 56 for the St. Pius Lancers, Scott Early, has been ejected from this football game.
And he's the middle linebacker. So he's coming off. And did you see what he did to get ejected?
I did not
late
see
it.
Maybe a late hit, or I'm not really sure. But
to get ejected, you almost have to throw a punch or something like that, correct?
I really didn't see anything. I didn't even, to be honest with you, I didn't see anything until you said something about the flag being on the ground.
It came in late. 15 yards on St. Pius. They've now committed 7 penalties for 60 yards. This is a game that offensively, yardage-wise, they've been dominating. St. Vincent, I think, just now got over the 100-yard plateau in this game offensively, but they've made key mistakes at key times, and then all these penalties starting to rack up. 8:36 left to go in the third quarter. This could go either way, with St. Pius really being the more talented team overall.
Yeah, I mean, who does Pius play next week, Glenn? Do you know?
They've got some conference matchups coming up. Valley Catholic is their last game of the season. I want to say maybe it's Grandview next week, but I'd have to double check on that one. But
just wondering, because Early is out now next week automatically. You get thrown out of any kind of high school event at Misha, you have to serve a 1-game suspension. So he's not just out the rest of this third quarter and the fourth quarter, but he's going to miss 4 quarters next week with whoever Pius plays.
I'll have our researchers back at the station confirm that for me. I want to say it's No, they already played Grandview and won that in the black and blue game. So I know it's a conference game, maybe Crystal City next week, and we'll have Tom or Matt back at the station let us know for sure. But this was all building up to a big conference clash between St. Pius and Valley at the end of the year. If St. Pius can stay undefeated to that point, that game basically being for the district or the conference championship. But right now it's the St. Vincent Indians on the verge of maybe knocking them off.
Yeah, you know, coming into homecoming, you know, you knew St. Vincent's going to be fired up for this game here tonight, and you hope that they can hold on and crown their queen, and Pius hopes to crown their queen in the opposite way.
Well, it was a 15-yard penalty, but they didn't give it the automatic first down. They marked off the yardage, and then the play is blown dead here for St. Vincent. So it's 3rd down and 2. Now, is Paul Sauer coming out there to say, why not first down here, guys? Or
yeah, I believe so. I think he's wanting to know why it wasn't an automatic first down.
So the clock's going to be stopped again. Both teams are going to huddle up. We've got a timeout on the field, and that'll give us time to take a break and pay some bills. 8:36 left to go. Third quarter action, 13-13, and a wild and crazy game in the St. Vincent Indians homecoming. We're back in a minute on J98 and J98 Web TV.
All right, that is Glenn Johnson on J98 The Boot. Their score 13-13 in the third quarter. Still an early one in that one. We're going to go ahead and take a break. Our game here on KJFF still delayed because of an injury. It is 40-13 Hillsboro. It's actually 48-13 Hillsboro on top of DeSoto right now. We'll take a break. We'll return after this.
Texas Taters and More in Hillsboro. A little bit of deep southern Texas right here in Jefferson County. Open Monday through Saturday 11 to 8 with the exception of Wednesday 11 to 6. Texas Taters is a great hangout offering food Texas style. Like tumbleweed taters, the Wrangler burger, the six-shooter burger, the rawhide chef salad, and so much more. Catering and restaurant rental is available for your party, along with a craft corner and art gallery for local artists and live music on Tuesday nights. Texas Taters and More in Hillsboro, a southern Christian atmosphere. 636-789-9995.
The doctor is in. Board certified in urology, Dr. Philip Newhall is now a part of Mercy Clinic. As part of the Mercy Clinic, Dr. Newhall belongs to a healthcare team that is thousands strong, linking you to experts everywhere you find Mercy. It is coordinated, responsive care that is all about you. For more information or to schedule an appointment with Dr. Newhall, call 636-931-5080. Learn more about Mercy or find a Mercy Clinic physician at www.mercy.net.
It is currently 9:25, 68 degrees here on KJFF. You're listening to high school football here on KJFF and KJF Web TV. KJF Game of the Week, 48-13, Hillsboro on top of DeSoto here on KJFF. We are in an injury delay, so we're going back to bonus coverage on J98. It is currently 13-13 in the third quarter, Pius and St. Vincent. Here's J98's Glenn Johnson.
And then bruise him a little bit here late with Gatto.
We're late for an update from Luke Turnbow. We'll try to get you that as soon as we can. Here's a first down and 10. And the shotgun snap goes to Joe Whistler. A design quarterback keeper. It's going nowhere. Brought down again. And again, it's Eimer, the defensive tackle. He is just dominating the offensive line of St. Vincent. Brings him down at the St. Vincent 49-yard line for a loss of 3 to 4 yards.
It looked like a quick option play. Joe decided that he was going to try to go up the hole or go in the gap, and took one step in there and decided he was going to come back up, and that's when it kind of fell to pieces on the offense.
Second down, 14 from the 49-yard line. Now back on St. Vincent's side of the field. For St. Vincent, it's been a step forward and 2 to 3 step backs tonight.
It really has.
Joe Melton from Hillsboro, a junior, has been injured in the KJF game of the week, so we're getting some KJF listeners joining us now. St. Vincent St. Pius tied up 13-13. Here's an out route pass to the near side to Heberly. Heberly tries to dive for it, and it's incomplete. Rather, it was Carroll going down and trying to get that one. Couldn't do it. Pass a little bit low and skips off the grass.
Nathan did everything he could there. Got his arms underneath it and just slid right through the arms. Interesting now. It's third and long here for St. Vincent's. How are they going to play it? You're going to play field position. You're going to try to go for the first down.
And that injury in that Hillsboro game to Joe Melton is a major injury. Sheriff Department is on the field. They've got the backboard out on the field, and you hate to see that at any level. Third down and 14 for St. Vincent. Ball at their 49-yard line. Twins to the right. It's Whistler under center from the I formation. It's a play-action pass. Drops back, straight drop back. Fires a deep right side. It's overthrown and picked off for the third time. DeAndre Riney gets his second interception right at the 20-yard line. He'll be down there. Call it the 21. And that time, Riney had it locked down.
Not really. You know, a lot of people are going to say, oh, my God, another interception. However, it acts just as a punt with no return.
On third and 14,
yeah, third and 14. You know you're going to punt it if you don't get it. So that's obviously Coach Sauer's thinking right there. It's not necessarily a bad play. I respect him for trying to go for it, and he had an option, had the man open. He missed the actual, I think Heberly was open down the middle running a post route.
And it hurts his stats. He now has 9 interceptions on the year, but as far as team goes on the football field, now St. Pius is backed up at the 21. Under center, Caroli takes the snap, hands off right side, Irvin. He hadn't gotten a carry in this second half, and this time he goes nowhere. St. Vincent's D-line has really done a great job. Both defensive lines, I'd say St. Pius has been more dominant, but Vincent has been just as consistent tonight.
Yeah, you just hope, you know, both teams not very deep in numbers and the depth chart. Yeah, they all have a 2-deep depth chart, but, you know, really wanting to get into that sting. You wonder if the pound and ground game of Pius will come into effect later on.
There's the snap. There's the handoff right side. It's Irvin again, and Irvin trying to follow some blocks, gets up to the 25 for a gain of 3 yards. And Irvin in this game, not much, 5 carries for 13 yards. It'll be third down and about 5 yards coming up for the St. Pius Lancers, the visiting team. They led 6-0. Then it was tied 6-6 before St. Vincent took a 13-6 lead. St. Pius then came back and tied it 13-13. We've been that way since midway through the first half or a little bit more. Third down and 6 for the St. Pius Lancers. Back to the line they come. Mickey Caroli He's under center, split backs in the backfield. Filer and Irvin. One receiver's out to the left side. There's Caroli taking the snap. It's a play-action pass. Drops back, fires it deep, has Hennessy. Hennessy reels it in. He's to the 40, to the 30. Nobody's catching him. To the 20, 10, 5. Walks in for the touchdown. It's a deep strike to Isaiah Hennessy, and St. Pius grabs the lead.
Again, we talked about it. St. Vincent's is going to have to use up clock in numbers of plays. They don't have that big strike ability as St. Pius has. And there it goes again. The second big play, really the third big play of the game, leads to the third score for St. Pius.
75-yard touchdown pass. 152 yards now passing for Mickey Caroli. And his biggest pass of the game. He had a 69-yarder earlier, but that was all Trice and Thornton on that play. This time, Caroli had to air it out, and he hit Hennessy in stride. So it's a 19-13 lead for St. Pius, 2 unanswered scores, and now Linderer for the extra point. And they've got that offset on extra point formation out there. They overload to the left, then come back to the middle and set up for the extra point. Is there a particular reason why they do that?
Every once in a while, what we did in high school is, you have the holder. Go ahead. Field goal is up and
extra
good.
Point, good.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
extra point. But if you can count the numbers and get a positive number and get a quick strike with your running back over here, that we would do it. But a lot of times teams, once they see it on film, practice it, say, all right, make sure we have equal numbers here, here, and here. And if that's the case, we'll just line up and kick it.
Scores 20-13, 6:11 left to go in the third quarter. St. Pius on top. We've got an update ready to go from Luke Turnbow. Let's get to that right now.
Herculaneum Black Cats jump out by 8 now over the Crystal City Hornets. 60 yards out, Dustin Johnson into the end zone. I believe that's his second big score of the night. Earlier in the first half, he had a 70-yard run into the end zone. And this was a 70-yard drive. Fourth quarter, we're going to call it the midway point of the fourth quarter because our clock is broke again, so we really don't know how much time's left in the fourth quarter. But Crystal City's still in this ball game. They have a chance. It's 28-20. We are in the fourth quarter. Herculaneum over Crystal City.
And now on the ensuing kickoff for St. Pius, it's another squib kick. St. Vincent able to down it with Vince King at the 38-yard line. 6:07 left. So now St. Pius is on a roll with 2 straight touchdowns, leading 20-13, 6:07 left to play. It was a play-action pass and a beauty. 75 yards to Isaiah Hennessy, who ran underneath it and went all the way.
You're listening to KJFF. KJF's Game of the Week. We're still in an injury timeout. Looks pretty bad on the field. Hillsboro and DeSoto. That game, it's 48-13. Hillsboro and DeSoto during the timeout. We have bonus coverage here on KJFF of J98's Game of the Week this week. It is 20-13. St. Pius on top of St. Vincent still in the third quarter. We go back to Glenn Johnson on J98 The Boot.
Is going to push the pile and gets a nice yard, about 6 to 7 across the 46-yard line.
And there we go. We finally see a running game going north and south, not east and west, and you're able to pick up, we got 7 or 8 yards.
Yeah, call it 7 yards there for Levi Gatto. He's now got 3 carries for 11 yards, 2nd down and 3. By the way, for Isaiah Hennessy, his 6th receiving touchdown of the season. That leads the team. St. Pius 20, St. Vincent 13, 5:36 left to play. Third quarter action on J98 and KJF. There's the snap from under center. Here's a fake handoff left. They give it off to the right side. Alex Winkler finds some room. To the 40, to the 30. Cuts back inside. He's to the 25-yard line. First down, St. Vincent Indians.
That play right there was all set up by Levi Gatto's last 2 carries. Pounded up the middle. They fake it to Levi, give it to Alex, and he's able to bounce it outside for St. Vincent's really first big offensive play on the ground tonight.
That'll be a 34-yard run by Winkler. He's had a couple of nice carries tonight, but for the most part has been bottled up. But he's up to 87 yards rushing now on 17 carries, first down and 10. But I think he quietly has some big games. I mean, before you know it, he's up well over 100 yards.
Right.
And you didn't know how he did it all of a sudden. We're 9 o'clock. First down and 10 now from the 26-yard line. St. Vincent has the ball moving. There's the snap and a handoff up the middle. Levi Gatto, he'll try the left, but St. Pius ready for that one. Eimer leads the charge again. That big 6'8" defensive tackle also in there. He wasn't going anywhere. Loss of a yard.
Yeah, it almost looks like right now they've turned into a little bit of an option team, and not necessarily a pitch option, but it looks like they're giving the option to Joe and the running backs to either take the first one with the fullback or hand it off next to Alex.
That was the first play that they ran left. Levi Gatto.
Yeah.
and it was on the option. So second down and a long 10. He lost about a half yard on that one. That was Davis making the tackle. Second down for St. Vincent. I formation with twins to the left. Here's a pitch right. Alex Winkler cuts back inside. He is lit up again. Not much. And a Crown Collision Center collision of the game for St. Pius. Will Argana, the middle linebacker.
You wonder with all these runs and passes to the right side if it's just...
If they're setting something up, maybe?
Something up, or is it just naturally easier for a quarterback to pitch and to throw that way so they're not overcomplicating things with Joe?
Loss of about a half yard again, so we're at third down and 11. Winkler on the night, 18 carries, 86 yards, has not scored a touchdown. St. Vincent offensively has not scored a touchdown tonight. Third down 11, the Indians spread it back out with twins right and trips to the left. Shotgun snap, Joe Whistler drops back, he's under pressure, fires deep over the middle and throws it right to the defender. It's intercepted down by the goal line. Right out in front of the end zone. That is the, fourth now interception thrown by Joe Whistler in the ball game, and Tryson Thornton able to pick it off. And St. Pius has been picking passes off all year. They had 6 coming into tonight.
Yeah, Joe, just a bad decision right there on Joe's part. You know, you don't always have to go for the home run ball. Look to dink and dunk a little bit, and Joe just a bad, maybe a little, I don't want to say selfishness, but a little greedy there. And trying to go in for the home run.
How about these defensive backs for St. Pius? I mean, they're sure-handed. That ball's coming to them, and a few times the ball's been right to them, but they're making the play. They're ready to cut it back the other way.
Yeah, they really are. Big stand right here for defense, for St. Vincent's defense. They need to come up with something, whether it be a fumble, an interception, or a quick 3 and out.
3:51 left in the third, and St. Pius from their own 3-yard line. Handoff left side, and this is Filer again. Cut it back to the inside, and he's across the 10-yard line for a nice chunk on first down and 10. Again, they got away from Filer. That's the first carry he's had, I believe, since early in the third quarter. 9-yard carry on that one.
Yeah, St. Vincent's going to have to step up. St. Vincent's right now has to dig deep. You know, if Pius is able to take this one the length of the field for whatever reason and just maybe put that final nail in the coffin.
Second down and 1 here for St. Pius. So it looks like Poplar Bluff has defeated Farmington 35-7 on AM 800 KREI. So we're now regional radio, all 3 stations here on the G98 Game of the Week. St. Pius leading St. Vincent 20-13. 4 interceptions on defense tonight for St. Pius. A flag before the whistle on second down and 1. It's offsides on the defense, and it's going to be 5 yards and a first down for St. Pius. 20 yards and penalties against St. Vincent, all 5-yard variety.
Just can't keep shooting yourselves in the foot right now if you're St. Vincent's. You know, it's hard enough overcoming turnovers and things like that. But right now you've got to stay mentally strong and mentally tough and dig and search for something deeper.
First down and 10 from the 15-yard line after that 5-yard penalty. St. Pius has scored the last 2 touchdowns. It's now 20-13. We're under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. From under center, Crowley takes the snap. He hands it off right side, faked the bootleg, rolling left. It was Filer again. St. Vincent, though, ready for it. They kept the quarterback spy on him, which was Cole Sauer, but the rest of the defense pursued to the ball carrier.
Right now, Pius is just winning the battle of the trenches. Those big guys up front just giving good lanes for these Pius Lancer running backs.
Well, it was still a 5-yard carry for Filer, so he's got 9 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown. Second down and 5, and now, although it's only a 1-score game and late in the third quarter, you can tell the Lancers have kind of gone into ball control mode, haven't they?
They really have, and why wouldn't you? Like we talked earlier, you know, St. Vincent's really doesn't have that big play capability. Yeah, we've seen a couple here and there, but nothing on a consistent basis, and it's almost like Pius sets you up. Right now, they're not going to leak out Hennessy or somebody down the middle of the field for another bomb.
McDowell wide left, Irvin slot left. It's a spread look for St. Pius, and the snap comes high, and it's bobbled but controlled by Mickey Caroli. He just has to keep it and run right and gets what he can. A high snap, almost disastrous for the St. Pius Lancers. It's the last thing you want, kind of deep in your own territory here, and Josh Hunt down on the field for St. Vincent. He's hurt.
Yeah, but right there, I mean, he's still able to fall forward or pick up a couple yards was Pius's quarterback, and St. Vincent's got to capitalize on that. They got to make sure that stays in the negative right there.
6 carries, 12 yards for Mickey Caroli, which is just 2 yards a carry. Josh Hunt down on the field for St. Vincent with an injury situation. see if we can update the injury situation from Hillsboro tonight, the Hillsboro DeSoto game, as we had a man down on the field in that one, Joe Melton. He was injured. They brought the backboard out for him. Sheriff Department came out on the field. They were getting him ready to put on the stretcher last we checked there, and he was still on the ground.
Well, we're at least going to update our KJF listeners. You're listening to KJFF Festus Crystal City right now. That is the voice of Glenn Johnson on J90 at the Boot. We're carrying bonus coverage of that game because of an injury, as he was talking about. We do have a man down on the field at the Hillsboro game. It's 48-13. I'm going to send it out to our own Tommy Self. He is at the game, obviously, and been broadcasting it all night. Tommy, seems the injury is still going on there.
Yeah, Stuart, it is. Joe Melton is down on the field. As Glenn mentioned, it is Joe Melton. And they have cut it. It's really kind of hard to see because there's a lot of personnel down on the field. There's multiple paramedics and some other people down there. I believe I see his parents, or at least what I would believe to be his parents. And right now, they are picking him up. They had him on the backboard. They've cut his helmet off and whatnot. And so they just as we're speaking, they picked the backboard up and set it on the stretcher. So it looks like we will just be about ready to go here in a few moments to see as they wheel him off. And Eric Oberle joins me now. This is just so tough because for both teams, obviously, especially for Hillsboro, you see your teammate go down in a very serious injury. This is the third time this season here on KJFF that we will have a player carried off and it taken off in an ambulance, and now they are about to wheel him off. And the Hillsboro and the DeSoto fans here at Hillsboro High School give him a standing ovation as they wheel him off. And he is immobilized, and he will be taking him off in the stretcher. They cannot bring the there's a fence around the field here at Hillsboro High School, and so they can't get the ambulance on, so they're going to go ahead and wheel him off on the stretcher. He is completely immobilized. They have his head taped down and braced, and so standing ovation from the fans here at Hillsboro High School. And so we are just about ready to go. Looks like they're going to give both of these teams some time to warm up. It looks like Hillsboro, they're going to head and go down to the end zone and get warmed up because it's later on in the year like it is now, Eric. It's a little bit cooler. This is the third time we've seen this year. And beginning of the season, it was warm. You just had to stay loose. Now you have to get warmed up a little bit because it's a little bit cooler. This is a very tough situation for both these teams.
Absolutely, and the focus, and there was a considerable delay there. They got to get them moving again and try to get these guys back up to full speed. You don't want any more injuries or anybody going halfway or just, silly things like pulling a muscle because you did have to stop for 15 or 20 minutes because of the injury time. And especially with only, 9:08 left in the game, they just really don't want to see anything else happen here.
It is 48-13 is the current score here. So we will, once this game gets started again, we will be in a running clock situation. 9:08 remaining. Hillsboro leads 48-13. So while the players get stretched out and warmed back up, we'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll back here with the rest of the game. You're listening to high school football on KJFF and KJF Web TV.
At Dietrich Mother's Head Funeral Home in DeSoto, the caring staff believes in providing value and trust. Every family deserves a perfect and final tribute, but making decisions during a trying time is not easy. Alleviate the burden from your family with a pre-arranged funeral plan. The compassionate staff will sit down with you, discuss your needs, and will listen to your concerns. Dietrich Mother's Head Funeral Home, located 220 North Main in DeSoto, there for you in your time of need.
The Medicine Shop, with locations in Festus and Peebly, is committed to providing the residents of Jefferson County with much more than just prescription refills, like free local delivery, automatic refills, and reminders, diabetic and medical equipment, and the personal service that you deserve, just to name a few. That's the Medicine Shop Pharmacies, across from the post office in Festus and on Commercial Boulevard in Peebly, caring beyond prescription.
Hi, I'm John Poppel with Twin City Toyota. In August, Toyota had its biggest month in 5 years and is the top retail brand for the 6th straight month. Leading the pack is the #1 selling car made in America, the Toyota Camry. Great new styling inside and out on the new 2014 Corolla and compact SUV RAV4 blow away the competition. Come in today to see why these new models are flying off dealer lots. That's Twin City Toyota in Herculaneum or twincitytoyota.com.
Back here at Hillsboro High School, I'm Tommy Self alongside Eric Oberle, the injured Hillsboro Hawk that was down on the field, Joe Melton. He has been taken off in a stretcher. They had his head and neck immobilized and taped down. So third time this year now that we've seen an injury like that, Eric. Very disturbing, Brendan. You just hope that he's going to be all right and nothing serious will happen to that. When a situation like that, they're always very, very precautious. And this break was a little bit longer than the other two that we've seen this year. But anytime there's even a question about that, any kind of injury to the head or neck, they're going to take all the precaution because serious problems can come up with that. And so you just hope that he will be all right.
Oh, absolutely. When they have the head or the neck injury, they take the face mask off the helmet, they bring out the backboard, they put the neck brace on, they tape the head down by taping to the helmet so that there is no movement whatsoever. They're not going to take any chances on any further injury whatsoever. The one nice thing that we did see, he was moving when he was on the ground when he first got injured. The arms were moving, so that was a very promising thing when they're treating a head or a neck injury like this.
Give you an update on some of the scores from around the area. As you heard bonus covered, there's St. Pius leads St. Vincent 20-13. That's in the third quarter. Also get you some final here. Herculaneum defeated Crystal City 35-20. Windsor fell to North County. So North County, they complete their victory tonight. They defeat Windsor 21-14. So North County will share the MAFC conference title with Festus. And so that so far is a duo, a tie for the conference championship there, and should Hillsboro going on to win here, it will be a three-way tie. All right, we're back out on the field. DeSoto 2nd and 5 from their own 31-yard line. 9 minutes remaining in the game, 48-13. The lead for Hillsboro. Snap back. Keith going to take it himself. Room to run on the right side. Huge hole. Picks up the first down and more to the 40. Cuts back to the 45. A nice run there by Garrett Keith. And he picks up the first down a little bit more.
Garrett Keith is picking up right where he left off. He has done a phenomenal job of running that read offense tonight. But great decisions all night long on that read option.
Takes it up to the 44-yard line, running clock. It will continue to roll, 8:30 and counting. 1st and 10 here, DeSoto from their own 44. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Keith takes the snap, hands it off. This time it's up the middle, and he's going to be pushed back. That was not, I believe that was a different running back for DeSoto.
I saw a 3.
Yeah, that was not Matt Zerillo like we've done. Number 34, I believe. That is Kyle Williamson. Kyle Williamson on the carry there for DeSoto. Quick note, the ambulance is still here. They do have the doors closed, and it looks like they will be taking Joe Melton away to the hospital here very shortly. 2nd and 8 here coming up for DeSoto from their own 46-yard line. Keith going to take it himself on the read option. Hit and stopped immediately by Jacob Kellum. Got in the backfield and dropped him. Not much on the play, maybe a half a yard on the play.
Hillsboro, they read that play all the way. They almost came on a delayed blitz from the right side, and Garrett Keith turned right into it. They were waiting for him there.
7.5 to play here. 48-13 the lead for Hillsboro. DeSoto with the ball, 3rd and 8 coming up. DeSoto at their own 46-yard line. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Keith in the shotgun, takes a high snap, and he's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be brought down. A gain of about 4 on the way. Really held on to that. He kept that ball in the new running back in there, Kyle Williamson. He kept that in his gut for a considerable amount of time.
I don't know if he kept it in there like you're supposed to do to carry out the fake, or Kyle just wasn't letting go. He got his first run into the game. He wanted a second one.
It could be it. That'll bring up 4th down. DeSoto will go for it on 4th and 4 right at the 50-yard line. Snap back, and looks like Keith will punt it away. End over end kick. It will bounce, take a Hillsboro bounce towards the DeSoto side. It will fall at the 34-yard line, and that's where Hillsboro will take over and on downs. Change of possession here, but the clock will continue to roll. We are in a running clock situation. Hillsboro up 35 points, 48-13 the score. And so Hillsboro will take over on offense, and the ambulance looks like they're just trying to turn around. There's not a lot of room there on the right side of the field here. That's the west end of the field here at Hillsboro. So the ambulance trying to get a little help, trying to get turned around, and heading out and heading to the hospitals. They take Joe Melton away after the head or neck injury. First and 10, Hillsboro here from their own 32-yard line, 5:50 and counting. One receiver far to the left, 3 men in the backfield. Johnson under center. Send a man in motion. They're going to hand it off at the left side. Not much on the play. Not much on the carry. That was a carry. New man into the game for Hillsboro. That is number 34, Cole Meter. And Hillsboro up 35, just getting a couple different guys into the ball game.
Late in the game like this, he's giving some of the younger guys a chance to get in and get a little varsity experience in a situation like this. Opportunities like this don't come very often, so Hillsboro's taking advantage of it.
2nd and 6 coming up for Hillsboro from their own 36-yard line. Johnson under center, man in motion. Johnson hands it off to Metter again. He is hit and pushed back. He will pick up a couple, though. Maybe a gain of 2 on the play. That's Cole Metter again as the ambulance with Joe Melton in the back pulls away and out of sight.
Cole showing he's a pretty tough little guy, getting those shoulders down and running straight ahead, trying to make his mark on this game and let Coach know he can run the ball a little bit.
Metter just a sophomore, so yeah, certainly trying to go in there, maybe play for some time next year, maybe later in the game. We will get an official timeout here, so they will stop the clock. Officials, I think, looks like Seth Castleman is having a hard time with his jersey or his helmet or something. Now they wind the clock. They'll start it back up. Official timeout only is what stops the clock here in a running clock situation. 48-13, the lead for Hillsboro, up by 35. That is the number for a running clock. 4:18 and counting. Same formation Hill for Hillsboro. 3rd and 3 to go. Hillsboro from their own 39. Send a man in motion. They hand it off. That's Castleman running right side. Picks up the first down a little bit more. Nice, nifty little run there by Seth Castleman up to the 45-yard line.
That was reminiscent of Dustin Johnson. Hercules just put that hand out on his lineman's back and just followed him through the hole.
To the 44, Castleman picks up the first down.
1st and 10 from the 44.
Substitution for Hillsboro is number 83, Brett Cole, the wide receiver, comes into the game for Hillsboro. Hillsboro very tired. You know, as many push-ups as the Hillsboro cheerleading squad, I'd be a little nervous if I were the Flyer to be lifted up there. Their arms have got to be tired. Done a lot of push-ups tonight. 1st and 10 from the 44 is Hillsboro. Johnson hands it off. Running right side is Castleman. Runs right into the back of a defender. And he'll pick up a couple yards on the play, maybe a gain of 3.
Once again, that's
the important thing here is after an injury like that to get your kids fired up to play at full speed again, because when you start playing football at half speed, that's when you accumulate even more injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. So DeSoto or Hillsboro will most likely go on and win this game. They will clinch a share of the MAFC conference title, so it will be another tri-conference championship shared between Hillsboro, North County, and Festus. 2nd and 6 coming up here for Hillsboro from their own 48, man in motion. Hand it off. This is Castleman up the middle. We get a new quarterback into the game as well for Hillsboro. Sam Mock is the man that will go under center. Mock, the sophomore quarterback and defensive back for the Hillsboro Hawks. He will go under center, take the quarterback duties for most likely is the rest of this game. Update you on the district standings. Coming into today, Hillsboro sat at the 3rd seed in their district, 4-2 behind Festus at Sykeston. DeSoto 8th place, last seed in the district, 1-5, but so is Farmington. Here's Mock. He's going to hand it off. And so a couple yards on the play there on the carry by Metter. Actually, though, that was Castleman again.
Very close to a first down. It'll depend on the spot. It looks like they're going to give them a good spot and call it a first down.
Well, they'll pick up the first down. So Farmington and DeSoto. Farmington was the 7th seed. They were up by about 3 points in the district standings right now, coming into this game ahead of DeSoto. Both of those, Farmington and DeSoto, will both lose. So we'll have to see what this will do with the district standings, and that's kind of what DeSoto was trying to play. Just move up a seed or two in those district standings, try and get a little bit better seed. Mock hands it off again. This is Hart around the left side. He's going to be brought down to the backfield. Maybe a loss of a yard on the play.
That's Zach Hart with the carry.
Hillsboro into DeSoto territory now from the DeSoto 46. Loss of a yard on the play, backs it up to the 47.
Tackle down on the play by number 33.
DeSoto's still playing hard. These kids are all still getting everything that they've got tonight. That's good to see.
2nd and 11 for Hillsboro from the DeSoto 47. They line up with 60 seconds remaining in the ballgame. Mock under center, man in motion. They hand it off the middle. That's Metter. He hits the pile. Good, strong run. Still going. Now they blow it dead. Strong run by Sam Metter. Just kept his legs moving.
That was a great
Cole
job.
Metter,
Just kept cranking. He was pushing 3 or 4 guys, and a couple of guys got behind him and kept pushing him even farther. That was an excellent run by Metter.
3rd down and 7 coming up here for Hillsboro. 30 seconds remaining. Hillsboro might be able to get off one more snap.
Sam Metter's trying to show Coach Robbins he can play. The sophomore's giving it everything he's got.
Absolutely. 17 seconds remaining. Hillsboro will probably take one more play here. Under center, that's Mock to take Metter up the middle. Big carry up to the first down, up to the 35. Cole Metter with the big carry for the first down there. And that is going to do it. The time clicks out, and Hillsboro will win it 48-13. The final here from Hillsboro. 48-13 as the Hillsboro Hawks defeat the DeSoto Dragons, and Hillsboro clinches a share of the MAFC Conference title with Hillsboro and Festus. We will be joining J98, the St. Pius and St. Vincent game. That's a big game right there, so we will join that game. That's going to do it for us here from Hillsboro High School. I'm Tommy Self. For Eric Oberle, Renee Brunel on our camera on KJF Web TV, Kat Kearley and Corey Johnson and Stuart McMillan back at our KJF studios. Want to thank them for all of them. Thank you for listening, and we'll be joining J98, St. Pius and St. Vincent. Have a good evening.
You're listening to KJFF Festus Crystal City.